back. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, guys. As you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time, like always. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. And remember, it's Memorial Day. Memorial Day. We appreciate all that serve this country and that keep us protected and well safe. Hakeem, Jordan, what's cracking like and what's cracking like and what's cracking like?
So I want to say a shout out to my brother Romel, my other brother Jack, my sister-in-law Nianta. They all are in the Army and the Navy. Um, Thank you for your service. Thank you to all the servicemen for their service. Yeah.
Yeah, man, same thing, man. Happy Memorial Day. Shout out to the veterans who lost their lives because this is a very important day. And yeah, man, we love the special day, especially as us, as black folks, we love the Memorial Day and everything because we know how much it means to us a little bit because Memorial Day was kind of created by black people. I forgot what year it was and everything. But anyway, yeah, shout out to our vets who lost their lives and everything because you are important. We appreciate you what you do with this country. We really appreciate it.
And not only that, but shout out to also not only for the vet, but also those that's graduating this week. There's a lot of graduation going on. We took off last week because I think Hakeem went to go see one of his family
Oh
members.
yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
them.
outs to Gavin, Timber Creek High School, #1 in the nation.
Nice. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? And my nephew's graduating this week as well. He's going his way to college. So I'm saying
Mhm.
it's a lot of surprising things. And not only that, but we're gonna drop the link out today because it is Memorial Day. A lot of people are home. A lot of people are having barbecue. And hell, why not KI Culture Radio have a cookout like you said in the back? Let's go ahead and have a cookout. So Hakeem, go ahead and drop the link. People, you're welcome to come on, join the panel with us as we go ahead and dive in some crazy topic that happened over the weekend. But go ahead, do your thing. What's happening in the sports world, Jordan? Let's
What's
talk.
good? Before we go into sports, I want to give say a special shout out to my cousin Jessica and her husband Terrell Williams who got married
Nice.
this past weekend. I was there in Nashville. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wedding. Me, my wife, my daughter was there. Majority of my family's there, and I just want to wish them, long, successful marriage and everything. So I gave out a speech. I had a speech I gave out and everything. We had a good time, but like I said, Terrell Williams and Jessica Williams. Wish you all the best in a happy and healthy marriage. I just want to say that out. All right, folks.
We were getting married, Hakeem. We were getting married out here.
Yeah, people get married.
Get married out here. Like my family, my cousins, close cousins, they getting married. I got another cousin. Next week. He's getting married in Vegas.
Hey,
See if I can jump in to make that one. See, I can jump and make that one. But okay, folks, going to the sports world. Okay, let's talk to the NBA. So it looks like we're gonna have the finals a little bit early because Dallas and Boston, they're up and they're up 3-0 in the series because it looks like they might sweep the series. Dallas and Minnesota played yesterday. Dallas won 116 to 107. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, they put 33 points. Anthony Edwards, he put up 20. Oh, I'm sorry, my phone frozen. Anthony Edwards put up 26 points, 9 assists, and looking at the series, Karl Anthony Towns, he's not doing nothing. He's supposed to be the second option in the series, but the past 3 games he's really shown out nothing, and they can't stop Luka, and they can't stop Luka, and they can't stop Kyrie Irving. And then on to the Eastern Conference Finals, Tyrese Halliburton, he got hurt, and they played the other day in Boston. They took one. So Minnesota. I'm not sorry, Dallas and Boston. They only got one more game, so they both meet in the finals. So it looks like we kind of figure who's going to be in the finals and everything. But me, I kind of expect the Mavericks and Timberwolves. It looks like it's going to be a sweep. And also with the Boston and the Pacers, I thought it was going to be a sweep. I think Ronnie called it, so that might be a sweep. It might sweep the whole series in, the whole series. But hey, man, what y'all think about this NBA conference finals, man? Because it looks like Dallas and Boston's going to see each other in the finals. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Now, when it comes to the aspect of the NBA Final Night, that shout out to Ken Dog that's in the building, and also it is what it is. TV. Shout out to those watching on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, and also Twitch. Shout out to you guys for always tuning in each and every week. We really do greatly appreciate it. Now, when it comes to the NBA Final, when it comes to the NBA semifinals, uh, we already I already let's talk about it. When it comes to the East and it comes to the West, Boston is the better team when it comes to the East. You can already see when it comes to Jalen Brown and also um um what's his name? Where is it?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Them two combined together make a total of what? Like them two combined together in total points, they make about an average close to 60 points combined total, and then everybody else do their thing when you're talking about Jay Holiday and also Derek. And now you also got Al Horford will also come in and come in with the rebound. So it kind of show you that I knew they were gonna dominate the Pacers. The Pacers not really a matchup for them. Now, don't get me wrong, Pacers have great when it comes to the aspect of the shooting. They can shoot from everywhere throughout the court. However, their defense is just terrible. And I knew that was a sweep will coming, and this prime example. And I think tonight, it ends tonight for them. It really ends tonight. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad and all that, but shout out to the lovely Mimi. She's also is in the building. Shout out to you and Jordan doing this hard thing. Now, when it comes to the West, this one is kind of a little bit disappointing because I thought, Minnesota beating Denver in Game 7, coming in very hard when it comes with the Ant-Man, when it comes to Cat, when it comes to you already know Ruby Gobert, and then now it's coming to Dallas. They just don't have an answer for Kyrie Irving, and like you say, and Luka. Them two together combined total points make about 66 points a game, which is very good. Well, especially when you come on someone like the Ant-Man, who averaged about like 26, 27 in this series. Normally, when he did against Denver, he was averaging about 30 points, close to 40 points a game. In this series, he just can't find an answer. He's trying his best. I think he's talking too much in social media, and I think that's what's taking away from his game. Keeping in mind, he's still a young guy. Those guys, Luka and Kyrie Irving, been in the game already. They've been to the finals, especially on Kyrie. He's been in different finals, so he already got the hand. Is it like Ken Dog said? It's a very bad matchup, and I think it's going to end tomorrow as well. So I think it's going to be Dallas versus Boston, and hopefully that'll be also a good matchup as well. But I think Luka's he's going for that. He's going for that gold. Go ahead, Akin.
No, you're I'm gonna just piggyback off you. You're 100% right. Ant-Man is not going to be able to do this by himself. He's been carrying the team the whole season. Let's just get that out. Going against a veteran like Luka and Kyrie, let's just say the plays that Kyrie been doing is something next to God level. Let's just be
It's sick. Yes.
It's sick.
They don't call Uncle Drew for nothing.
Basically, not overlooking Luka. Luka's a beast. Luka's a beast. But if Kyrie wasn't there, Luka wouldn't have gotten this far. And this is why it's important. Luka is a good assist man, good at 3-point shooting in this. I see this. They're going to listen, I see this. They're going to sweep Ant-Man in them. They're going to face Boston. They're going to beat Boston viciously. Because experience and veteranism always going to beat the young guys. I think Tatum and Jalen Brown got the energy, but I think with experience and what they're averaging, and I think Kyrie has a lot to prove this season that they're gonna kill a game.
Yeah, I would say it's gonna be a good final, but Minnesota just don't have an answer. And let's say if Minnesota did come up with a win, they still don't have an answer because I think Kyrie and Irving they trying to make a statement. And shout out to
Yes.
the city
Yeah.
of Dallas. Dallas actually doing it. At least they're doing better than the Cowboys. But
Oh, listen, listen, Joe, don't hurt him. I love you, but hey, Jalen and Tatum can't do it by themselves. Listen, have you been seeing what Kyrie been doing?
He's ridiculous, man.
yeah,
He's been like a
Hey,
a team player, a team player. That's what he's been
if he
doing. He's
come,
being a team player.
if he comes to your city, that's the player I want to see is Kyrie because he's masterful. And I also think with Minnesota, as them being a young team, I feel like they're mentally exhausted, especially beating the defending champs. Because once you beat the defending champs, it's like you feel like you beat the defending champs, and it's so much emotion, so much mentally exhaustion and everything. And I guess, you know, for me, when they jump into the Dallas and everything, it's like, I guess they, you know, and also playing so many games because this is the first time Minnesota is playing so many games and everything because Luka has been to the conference finals. You know, Kyrie has won an NBA title and everything. So, and also the coach Jason Kidd, he knows what it takes to be a player, and also he's a very good coach. So, you know, with Dallas, I know they're mentally prepared to play all these games and make it to the finals. With Minnesota, to me, they're still a young team. You know, I feel like they need some more growing up to do, you know, mentally and everything, because, you know, playing so many games for this young team is a lot for them and everything. But like I said, it's a learning curve. You know, next year out there, I can see them go back all the way again. So, but right now, it just, you know, it's just not ready yet. That's how I see it.
I want to
But
say
shout
this.
out to Kenny because that's his team. He's heavy. Kendall is heavy on Dallas.
I'm gonna tell
Heavy
you
on
this. Boston is the only team on the East I see that they can't be messed with.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Heat would have got him. The Heat would have got him. And we
Nah,
had Jimmy.
I don't.
We had Jimmy and Butler.
Nah,
It would have been a
but Butler
game
can't.
seven. And they would have been
Butler
struggling.
can't do it. Listen, against Jalen and Tatum, it's a wrap.
They've been
I'm
proving
just
it. They beat him every year. They beat
no.
him every
It's a
year.
been.
So,
I understand what you're saying.
Listen.
I would say the same thing, but you know they beat them last year.
I know
thank
they
you.
beat them last year, but
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying. But we have a team that's they're well now. They're a lot hungry. Oh no. Killer swag. No, I'm from Boston. You can't say that. Listen, if Kyrie was, huh?
Is he a Lakers fan?
I don't know.
That's
What Killer Swag
a
is.
lot of people don't like
Listen,
Boston. A lot of people don't like Boston.
listen. I'm from Boston. I gotta show love. Listen, if Kyrie wasn't on the Dallas team, Boston would sweep him.
Of course, I would have told you that. Of course,
right?
But he is, so it's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not gonna prolong the sports because you know we got women in the chat and women are watching it. You know, women don't like us men talk about sports. We'll talk about sports all day and all night. But go ahead, Jordan, to the financial world. What's going on over there in the financial world?
I want to say this. Shout out to Harry Bowles off a kick. I don't know.
Shout out to Harry.
Oh yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Harry Bowles off a kick. We see you, man. We appreciate you. Shout out to people watching for Kiss. We really appreciate it so much. All right, we go. Okay, on to the money topic on the world. So we're gonna talk about the U.S. economy. In May, it's the first quarter drop of the forecast of 2024 of how our economy doing here in the first quarter and everything. So we do have a clip for you guys of what's going on, what happened in the first quarter of the economy, and we're gonna play the video after that. We're gonna chop it up with what we continue to see later this year as well, and also the president today as well. So go ahead, Ken, play the clip, and after that, we're gonna chop it up. Okay, Caleb, well, you're not okay. Well, no, he's not from Boston. He's from Miami, but majority of his
he moved to Boston for like 10 years.
No, I lived in Boston for 11 years. It's still my second home. You know, I still miss the cannolis in the North End. Kennedy Fried Chicken. Kennedy Fried Chicken in Dorchester. You know what I mean? Red Sox games. I'm not gonna like, you know, that's still home. But hold on, let's get this. Let's get this.
Watch report this morning. The government just released a report on economic growth for the first quarter. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins us live from New York to tell us about all the results. Good morning to you, Jill, and happy Thursday. So, how did the economy do to start the year?
Well, gross domestic product, that's the tally of goods and services sold in the economy, actually grew by 1.6% annualized in the first 3 months of the year. This was lower than expectations. Most economists thought there would be 2.4, 2.5%. If you recall last year, the year when everybody thought we were going to see a recession, the economy overperformed. We grew by 2.5% last year. The first 3 months of this year looks like an underperformance so far.
Jill, what's expected for the rest of the year?
Well, I know of this disappointing first 3 months. We have to remember, first of all, there are 2 more revisions to this same data, so it could go up from here. But if you look overall, we had a report out from the International Monetary Fund, and they believe that the U.S. will be the powerhouse of global growth They think that our economy is going to grow by 2.7% this year. They also think inflation is going to be coming down, and that most likely, overall, that we are going to see a soft landing, meaning no recession, kind of come down to earth, and we'll see that we'll kind of readjust our expectations on prices.
Jill, the Federal Reserve convenes a policy meeting next week. So what are they expected to do?
Even though this is a softer than expected reading, I think the Fed's doing nothing next week. You know, it's interesting. The Fed's got to balance two competing forces. They really want the inflation rate to come down, and it hasn't come down enough for them. And they want to make sure that the economy is actually growing enough to create jobs. So the labor market is pretty solid, and inflation's still higher than they'd like. So I think they do nothing in May. They may not do anything in June. We'll see what the next few months bring. But I think the most likely scenario is the Fed starts lowering interest rates at the September meeting. That's what a lot of people are focusing on right now. Of course, it doesn't really matter when. It matters that they get the inflation rate down, and we all feel better about that.
All right. Thank you, Jill. For more analysis, go to JillOnMoney.com.
Yeah, looking at do a little research on the federal rates. Right now, according to sources to CNBC, it looks like the Federal Reserve is not going to raise their rates yet, but hopefully they don't. I think we're gonna find out till June. If they're gonna raise the rates and everything. But yeah, man, looking at the economy right now, they said it boosts up a little bit. But like I said, we're in election year, so you might see, maybe the inflation go down a little bit. You might see gas prices go down a little bit because of election year. Because you see it's every 4 years, you see election years that inflation might go down a little bit, and also, gas prices and, grocery items might go down a little bit. But go ahead, Hakeem, what's your take on this, on how our economy's going last quarter and how you think it's going forward?
I think inflation is still going to go up. Just the things that I'm seeing just going around. Housing prices is still hasn't dipped yet. The only thing that I've noticed that's kind of went down a little bit with the prices of used cars. Food is still up extremely high. So this is the time where you have to diversify your income, and maybe you're hedging the market so you can be able to trying to curb inflation. This is not the time to buy no houses. This is not the time to get no car payments or stuff like that. It's the time to stuff your money into some dividends and stuff like to, and just sit it out and wait and see what we can do. And understanding, we'll just start lowering your bills and living frugally.
Well said. And of course, it's not financial advice. All this is opinion based. I'm just letting everybody know. And also make sure if you're going to make any rash decision, make sure you go sit with a financial advisor like myself, Hakeem, and Jordan did, because that's the only way you can better your account and your well living. Not that, but shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan that's in the building. Not only
Hey,
that,
Queen.
shout out to the mother, Natasha Vincent is in the building. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Well, and one guy said, wow. Yeah, thank you. Shout out to you for being on Kick. That's Rick Grimes is also in the building. Shout out to you. And also, Kev 504 is in the building, checking in. Now, when it comes to the aspect of the economy, now they say the economy didn't grow at all. Right now, it's at 1.2, 1.5%. So what does that mean? So if you have if you have a savings account, it's not a high yield savings account. To me, I think you should go ahead and switch it over so your money can make money on top of money. It shouldn't be not making 0.1% because it's not even being the rate of inflation. So that's one thing. Not only that, but it kind of show you that, like our team stated, right now is not really a good time to go ahead and buy a home. But now, if you are going to buy a home, I'm just letting you know, a lot of comments are saying that the housing market is not going to dip. So if you're going to plan on buying a home, you might as well just go ahead, you and your wife, go ahead, bring your money together and just go ahead and buy a home. But now, if you buy a home in the major city, you're going to have a hard time doing so. Trust me, I'm one of the guys that's actually trying to get a home in the major city. It's very, very hard, especially if you're a single man. They put you all the way back compared to if you was a married man. So that's another key thing, guys. So, looking to get married, cause I think that it do benefit you a lot when it comes to buying certain things, especially a home. And not only that, like Hakeem stated too, you can see around what's going on in the economy. You got rents going high, even in areas that not even considered city is going high. So that, like, some people that live in like in the Midwest, they say they're having a hard time to pay their bills because they're not paying enough. To the point that even have McDonald's Burger King, and Wendy trying to bring down their value meal so people can actually go to their fast food restaurant once again to like a $4 meal. So it's kind of show you how the economy is not really picking up the way they thought it would. So I think after the presidential election, or whoever's going to be the next president, I think that when the economy is going to shift its way back. You know what I'm saying? Like Kev said, it takes two sometimes. It do, Kev. Good point. It does take two sometimes. So it's going to shift back into where things used to be. So probably after the presidential election, we should be seeing things go right back to normal. Go ahead, Jordan. And guys, you can also time in. The link is already pinned. It's pinned on the KL Culture Radio side. How can you drop the pin? Can you drop the link over there on my side and also Jordan's side so
All right.
people time
All
in if
right.
they like. But go ahead, Jordan.
I do it on my side as well. But yeah, man, yeah, I just agree with you both. You know, how the economy is right now, you know, to me, this is the time you want to, like I said, you're trying to buy a house, you know, make sure you save up and everything. This is not the right time to buy a house this year. It's not the right time to buy houses next year because interest rates still going up, and up. So, you know, for me and my wife, we're just watching, you know, saving, just watching how the house market is going to go, you know. Because I know there's some cities, I live in Southern California, but there are some cities outside LA that we see that's a rise of. There's a city called Fontana, which I'm looking at. Like a lot of people are moving out there and everything, and you know the prices are of housing is very, very decent and everything. So you know, hopefully in the next 3 or 4 years, you know, we have enough money we can check over there and see how it goes and everything. But you never know. You know, also if you go grocery shopping, make sure you know download the apps and make sure you know you go shop at Whole Foods, you shop at Walmart, Target. You know, they always got something in the app. You always can save money. Always can save money. Save money and everything. But yeah, but I agree with you guys. You know, once the election over, we'll see who's president, and we'll see who go from there and everything. So, you know, I feel like when inflation is still kind of, I'm not saying kind of high. It's still high in a way and everything. So, you know, I just tell people, just look ways to save more money. You know, you have this phone right here. You know, there's apps that you can download for financial. Go grocery shopping, you know, download the app and save money and everything. This right here is your tool right here. Make sure you use it because it's not just for texting and calling, play video games. This right here can save you a lot of money. All these apps on this phone, you can save hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year.
Man, fast.
Downloading financial things. Like I said, I have receipt hard. I take pictures of receipts to gain coins, to gain money. I get money back every 3 to 4 months. So this right here is a lifesaver. So people, you got a phone, you know, go in the app store, you know, or your iPhone, go in the iPhone store and download, you know, stuff that can help you save money, especially on the phone. But this is helpful.
No, but Jordan, I was just saying the fact because someone special told me the same thing too. Like, make sure you get all the apps. Make sure you get all the apps. Make sure you get all the apps. Like places that you normally shop at, get the apps because you want to save money on everything you do. And not only that, but I also noticed too, the bank I'm in also stated they're doing now is like if I use my card, they'll take a certain amount of percentage of whatever I use in the grocery shop and put it into my savings account. So people can look into that too. Bank of America does that. They does that a lot. And I think Capital One, if I'm not mistaken, and I think American Express, but I could be wrong about American Express, but I know Bank of America for sure because I bank with them. So I know they do that for sure. And the times of business, I saw your advice. I will look into that. You should look into a mortgage broker and stuff like that. But go ahead, Ken. You can read the comment.
Yes. On the spot live says if you're renting, it's time to buy. Also, people will not be discriminated against when it comes to purchasing or securing finances. But here's the thing, though. Statistically, a lot of people don't have their credit together on the spot, so they need to get their credit together first before they can even indulge in that.
That's true.
Well,
Facts.
Joe Hurnham say, don't indulge in big purchases, only ones you need to survive until you have enough for the big prize. Definitely. This is the time to stack your money up because when this inflation is done and the prices drop, houses, cars, everything going to be in the woo-ha. You know what I mean? You just got to stack your bread up. Stack your bread up so we can be able to just jump into something. Even commercial properties will be cheap to
Like
get in.
Natasha say, look into cash back. You know,
Yes.
credit
Yeah.
card, debit card.
Chase, they if you go on the app and type down, you go down, they have cash back and say like 5%, 10%. If you shop at stores or some restaurants, it's very helpful. But go ahead, Brownie, my bad.
No. I'm gonna join you. You put the caviar. All right? Well, y'all becoming financial advice.
Yeah,
He said,
it's
he says,
important, man. It's going your
please
phone.
don't discourage your audience for purchasing their first property. Anyone with verifiable income can do it in credit. Okay, here's the thing. On the spot, I'm not trying to stray anybody away, but just think about this for it. Have you checked the interest rate on houses right now? Look at it. It's a raw deal. If anybody wants to get in, can. Statistically, people who bought in the COVID regret their purchases. A lot of people was buying houses sight unseen. They didn't even do home inspections. They're trying to offload houses that are no good. If a person come and get a house and you get in the house over 15% or something like that, you're gonna pay out your ass right now. So
And also the property tax too. A lot of people don't know about paying property tax.
property taxes. So and then here in the state of Florida, people are getting killed with HOAs.
Yeah,
Like
and it's a requirement too. You
it's
can't
a
take it off.
requirement. They just
Yeah.
have this thing they just passed where people need HOAs have to build up their reserves. They're passing that expense on to the people. So I'm saying you want to buy a property, buy it at your own risk. But I'm saying if you want to pay at a good interest rate, let's wait a few months as we see after September to see if the rates are going to go down. That's the only thing I'm saying. Stack your money up and make sure to see what's going on. Watch the numbers. That's all
Oh,
it
you say
is.
he's a realtor. He's a realtor.
Okay. You say, okay, I understand. Yes, I'm a realtor. This is not complete information. Please stop, my brothers. Okay, on the spot. Where you a realtor located at, my brother?
Now ain't that, but you can hit the link so you get at least
Yeah.
probably tying the people in so they can know.
Shout
A
out
lot of people are
Bobby.
trying. But I would say that I'm glad that we have realtors in the building. That'd be good. Shout out to DJ Trine is also in the building. Shout out
DJ
to the lovely
Tron.
Bobby Bryan's in the
Bobby
building.
Bryan. Now, mind you, listen here. Mind you, here's the thing. On the spot. Oh, on the spot is a lady. This is my opinion. I'm not telling anybody that this is my opinion.
Oh, Sherry, that's good. You paid off. That is good. That is good. Boy, your wealth is just gonna.
Yeah.
That is
Pretty
good.
brown, driving
I
me
can't stop it.
wild. My bad. My bad.
No, but that is good. When you pay off your, bro, I learned that from Dave Ramsey. So you pay off your home, the wealth, it just got created.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Oh,
is beautiful.
Okay. Oh, yeah. She's a beautiful on the spotlight.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Sherry Brown praying off my home.
Oh,
You talking
my
about
bad.
spotlight? No spotlight. She is beautiful. She is a beautiful woman.
She's she's light skinned, right? That light skinned
Yeah,
joint.
exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's her.
I
And
watched that.
and then she do commentary. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched your shows. Yeah.
But the link.
Oh,
Drop the link
I
on
already
my
dropped
side.
it. I
On
already
my
dropped
side,
it.
it's there. It's there. The link is there on my side. Just click it, and you should be able to get on.
Yeah. It's under my name. I put it like.
So yeah, but yeah. So because I don't want to leave this top. We don't want to leave this topic because you guys got some great information. I'm so mad right now. I need to wind.
Wind down.
I got her blood boiling.
Why? Listen.
You giving her false information.
Why down? Listen. I'ma still listen on this spot. I feel you, but I'ma still tell niggas not to buy. Not to buy.
And then when BB came, we were like, "Yo, I ain't gonna be your friend no more." So that's her right now. She feel that same thing. You got her blood boiling, boy.
I know she's a realtor, but she probably a realtor in a place where it's cheap to buy and there's only Dollar Trees there. I'm saying we're in the most expensive city. You can't afford nothing here, sweetheart.
I live in LA. Shoot, we have $1 million houses out
Yeah.
here. A bunch.
But strive like Sherry Barnes strive and Bobby Barnes strive to pay off your home. I think to me that's gonna generate. You understand that is, and make sure your kids don't sell your home. DJ Troy, what are you talking about? Not only Dollar Tree. What are you talking about? I love you guys. Invite me as a guest on a future show. that
Oh
can
yeah,
help these people.
I would listen. We would
Bro,
love to have you.
I hit you
Yeah.
up. I hit you up. I would definitely
You're
hit
on
you
the
up.
spot. We would love to have you. I love the way you speak. You speak very, and I know you can definitely help. And maybe I can buy a house where you're located, where them Dollar Trees is at, in that small town. I think you're from North Carolina, ain't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
Look,
just
Uncle,
joking.
I mean, like
what?
certain areas in states, in states, I said, like, North Carolina or Nevada or Texas. Oh, if houses there, okay, cool. Because some of these areas, like Nevada and Texas, those some state income taxes,
Yeah,
and it might be the rate might be cheaper there than it is in Miami or in LA and everything. So we're just talking about where we live in right now. The house prices are ridiculous, of where we see that we located, which is the top major cities in America and everything. But other cities, other states, as I said, they have no state income taxes and everything, or the state income. I mean, the property tax might be low. Hey, you want to buy. But when it comes to major cities, where me, Hakeem, and Ryan lives in, we be like, hey, just save a little bit, wait for a couple of years to wait. That's all we saying.
You sure, Jordan? One time I was looking for, when I was looking for a house, one of them was like $500,000,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just over here in the hood.
Right. Exactly.
I love Shay Bryan's statement. That's true. A realtor will always make it sound good to get sell no.
I
Well,
mean,
when
that's
she
the
come on
same
the show,
job.
when you come on the show, you guys can answer all the questions. Not only that, but Kev 504 is also a financial advisor as well. He deals with the crypto world. Because one time I was trying to bring him on the show, but he have a very busy schedule because he deal with a lot of people when it comes to the business world and also the crypto world. So he's very good. I always say the link is there, Kev. You can come on and we'll revisit this back as when you get ready to come on. But go ahead, Jordan. Continue with the other topic.
All right, next topic. So we're gonna talk about the topic that's on the top, the main screen, and we're gonna talk about Jay Morrison, how he scammed hundreds of people into investing in real estate. So you guys don't know, Jay Morrison, he said he's not a financial advisor, but he's a top investor. He's been on YouTube for many years, over a decade, I believe, and everything. So back in 2018, he had an idea to invest into in a Tulsa fund. I think it's to build houses and everything. He had a plan. He's sitting out and everything, and I think over 100 of black. He's a black person, so 100 of black people invested into the fund. I believe Tariq he invested into the fund, and also Dr. George Watson, he invested into the fund and everything. And he was one of the Dr. George Watson, he was one of the major persons that said, hey, I believe in this fund. I'm going to invest in it. In the next 5 or 6 years, it's going to be some profit and everything. Now we hear 5 years later, here in 2024, a lot of people, the investment, there was no money return and everything. And a lot of people, they invested like hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. And, and unfortunately, in the Tulsa real estate fund, it didn't work out and people didn't never get their money back and everything. And if people don't know about Jay Morrison, people that don't know about Jay Morrison, he is a big time scammer and everything. He's a fake fraud of a real estate investor. A lot of content creators like JT Pocket Watcher. If you go to subscribe to his channel. He talked about Jay Morrison, how he's a fraud, and then there's another person. What's his name? What's that? The tall black dude, former football player.
Tony the Closer.
Tony the Closer.
Tony the Closer. That's another guy who tells or who's been on Jay Morrison's stuff too about how he's a freaking a fraud and everything. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people lost their money onto this Tulsa fund because, like I said, if you look at the history of Jay Morrison, he's always been a big time scammer and everything. We do have a video from the Shade Room to talk about the situation. After that, we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, Hakeem.
And now that shout out to Kev for being on the panel. Great to see you, my brother.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? Y'all can hear me?
Hey, what's up, Kev?
Yeah, we can hear you loud
Hey,
and clear.
hey,
It's
hey,
on,
man, how
Kev.
you doing, man? Yeah, I know. Look, I never used this stream link before.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why I didn't
different.
get it.
It's more structured than
All right, good to hear y'all
StreamYard.
talking about this, though, man. But I agree with a lot of points y'all making. The prices in the country is not going down on groceries, on housing, or anything. There will be no dip, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you definitely got to manage your money right. I'd use a couple of those. I think I heard you Ryan say that you use a little couple of things that will slide a little money into your savings and stuff like that,
Yep,
and
yep.
to put on the side. Now I do a little option trading and stock investing, and just show people how to build portfolios, and I do a little crypto, but it's just the main thing is when investing and stuff like that is to have your money working for you, right? You want to
Facts.
make more money, right? You want to make more money than the bank's giving you, whatever the interest rate is, you damn sure won't make more than inflation. And try if you can beat that and try to get some love off your money and to go along with your retirement. If you don't have one, you need to establish one. So things like that. And it's the simple things that we always heard of that if we'd have invested such and such $10 a month in some company, we would have this much now. We need to learn that now because
Yes.
times it's gonna get hard and you're gonna have to pull together financially.
Ooh,
Right? They
Jesus.
coming at Yeah, they coming at us every way they can to get us to spend money. Right? And black folks, we America's biggest spender. Everybody waiting on us to spend. Right? That's how they build wealth. So we just need to. So I made it a point to shop strictly as much as possible with black owned businesses. Now we had the internet days. We have the internet today. So there's no reason we can't find a black business or a black bank. My daughter's 12, so I got to get hair care products. So I look for black uh, companies that make hair care products and black authors and stuff like that. So if we keep doing that, and we gonna have to refocus before it's too late, because a lot of people gonna be stuck out. You see how many people are getting evicted these days, for rent, and rent ain't going down. I don't care how much they plead to the government. Private owners is not lowering the rent, and that's just a fact. So we'll have to pull together and tighten up on the finances. And I understand what they be saying all on YouTube with the dating debates and all that kind of stuff. Look, man, you find somebody that you can work with, and then you build wealth as a family, and that's how you get started. It's
Preach.
always better. It's always better with two heads. It's always better than one, right?
Man, you on
And
fire, Kev. You must
No,
slept well today. You slept well today, huh, Kev?
Kev,
oh yeah, yeah. Huh?
you're telling the truth, and I want to expound on what you're saying. Like, who's not really affected like this, but they
With
are
that.
a little bit ahead of us. The Hispanics, the
Oh
Mexicans.
yeah. But see, they got one on us though, because see, they come in when they come in the country, they have. I won't say they have a better work ethic, but they tend to work together because they are together. You're in a foreign country, just you and your people, so you go work together. And a lot of them coming with skills too. As far as
Hmm.
home building and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, we doing our own thing. Like I thought we was farther behind than 10,000 behind, the average household income for a man is 40,000, 45 to
Yeah,
55,000. We're not that far behind. We just got to manage our money and
that's
we'll
it.
catch that up quick.
Oh,
Right.
Preach.
That's all we got to do. Right. We spending billions of dollars. I don't mean to get on the women on hair supplies. I remember niggas was buying jewelry, just
Jordans.
wasting money, right? Just wasting money, and I hate to see that because the youngsters look at that shit instead of buying acres of land. All right,
So,
that's good. Mhm.
Jordan, I want you to no, Kevin, I want you to expound on something because you might notice
Yes,
this,
sir.
which I don't know if you're noticing in my generation and the generation after us, your generation and the generation before you. Most men by the age of 45 already had owned the house already, if not two. Right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
none
Mhm.
of us can't even afford a house, and some of us won't move to black areas anymore. Because you could
Right,
still find
because they
some.
put it out. They put it out of the middle class price range. Nobody
Mm,
can get one. Fuck, it's I'm in I'm in Louisiana and New Orleans, so the prices went up to 200,000 here for a home, so that's a big ass jump compared to my mom home she bought for 65,000. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So but the wages haven't gone up.
No.
So you got to factor that in, right?
But let's play this clip with JP Morgan, and then we'll time in. Especially I want Kev and take on this one as well.
Yeah.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Hakeem. They say he scammed the black community.
Oh, the banker? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They,
yeah,
they,
yeah. We gonna play the clip. We gonna play the clip that we
yeah.
want
Oh,
you to take
yeah.
on it.
They've been doing it. That's how they built it.
I don't believe this momentum will stop.
Or to fumble the bag.
This is a smack in the face for someone who took a gamble.
People trusted him.
But our people are thirsty. Our people are hungry for knowledge.
He was the viral guy in Atlanta, spitting finance knowledge to anybody who listened on the street corner. But now Jay Morrison is in hot water.
I invested $40,000.
$500.
It's $2,000.
He got 15,000 people to invest in a real estate fund. $11.7 million they all raised. A new Black Wall Street was on the horizon.
The money has been just evaporated.
And apparently there's little to show for it, and investors are going off on social media.
Everything done in darkness must come to light.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Businessman Jay Morrison has been hustling for a long time. He spent many of his earlier years in prison, wrapped up in the drug game, before he eventually found his footing in finance and the real estate industry in Atlanta. To secure the bag.
And I don't believe this momentum will stop.
Or to
That's something.
Yeah.
My comment with that is one thing we've definitely got to watch out for as black people is our own damn people, man.
Yep.
We got so many damn scams coming out with the housing scams. Yeah, DJ Envy had some housing scam shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
So and you also have that credit repair stuff. The people doing everything. I watched the video where they were scamming the HUD and Section 8 people out of their money, so we got to watch how these people scamming, and that's becoming a big thing. The thing is, okay, the first time we found out how to do this, they don't scam white folks, they scam black folks.
That's it.
Right, and see, that's what we got to watch out for, and stuff like that, on all the way around the board, from taxes and everything. It's kind of, I suggest people learn how to do their own taxes or go to somebody reputable and, get their taxes done, because they got all your information, so those scamming, and that's, that seemed to be the big thing now. That's a 4th or 5th scam I heard. I never heard of this dude you just played. Appreciate that, Ryan.
No, I appreciate the team. It wasn't me at all. It was Jordan that came up with the idea with JP Morgan. I heard about him a long time ago. I didn't really dive too much in because I know he was going on a rampage. Whoever would talk about him, he was trying to send out a lawsuit. He got Tony the Closer, who he did beat the lawsuit from, because they say he was saying pretty much false information. But it sounded like Tony the Closer was telling the truth. That's why I didn't understand. How did he lose that case? Well, we already know bad lawyers, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Not only that, but you also got to be careful letting people your phone, because now what they're doing now on Cav, people go into your cash app and send money to them.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta be careful laying out your phone to certain people, because they would go on your phone, go to the cash app section, and clean out your credit card. They was actually doing that. That was happening here in Miami until they put a stop to it. So you guys gotta be careful out here. People are scamming all over the place. Cause like Hakeem, Kev, and Jordan said, we live in a hard times. People are having it hard out here. They're trying to find any way to get money, and that's pretty much robbing each other, even their own people. Go ahead, Jordan.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, I first heard Jay Morrison, this was back in 2010 or 2009. And, he was talking about, building your credit and everything. I was like, okay, cool, and everything. But then years and years later, and how he used to he was talking about him being a top real estate investor. He was on back in the day he used to be on what's the show The Breakfast Club multiple times and everything. And how he used to invest in houses and everything. And he'll never pay the bank and everything, and have foreclosures and everything. It's just a whole bunch of stuff and everything. When I first heard about the Tulsa real estate fund back in 2018, when people started investing and everything, and I was like, no, that's another big time scam and everything. And he said it's gonna take at least 5 to 6 years for people to get money back and everything, but unfortunately, it did not go well. Raised 11.5 million dollars that he said, and people never got the return. A lot of people need to notice these scammers, especially Jay Morrison, because Jay Morrison, he is a big time scammer. If you type up his name on YouTube or type up his name on Google, you see all the failure, like all the stuff he did in real estate that he failed and everything. I think he's been in jail a few times because of fraud and everything. He's been in a whole bunch of lawsuits, torn the closer and everything, and other people as well and everything. But yeah, people, even though there might be some good people who do investing, but also there might be some big scammers out there. They're scamming with real estate, Ponzi scheme. They're scamming with pyramid scheme. They're scamming with crypto. They're scamming with banking stuff. So
Right.
out there, just be very careful of how they talk and everything, because usually if they don't talk about usually they don't talk about how much you get paid and everything. Usually they'll talk about how much. Usually they'll talk about what you're doing with amazing investing and everything, and they'll try to make you feel good, and you're gonna make a lots of money and everything. So just watch out for these people like Jay Morrison and other people like that, because Jay Morrison, like through the years, he's just a big time scammer. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I want to just touch on what Kev said is the truth, is that black people are so loving and so caring that it makes us too gullible. We don't fact check. We don't hold nobody accountable. And even after they burn us, they're allowed to come back into the community, and we give them
Right.
hugs all over again.
That's
But
fact.
now we love them now, but he done took $11 million out the home, and there's nothing that we gaining. We have
Right.
the money. Kev said it. A lot of us said we have the money to rebuild it. We're just not focused, and a lot of people can take advantage of us. They did this in World War I and World War II when they were selling life insurances to black people, and the black people wasn't being able to cash in on the life insurance. You remember that?
Right.
A
I
lot
remember
of
that. It was
you
Universal Health was one of them. They was charging my mom $30 a month, which would be equivalent to $100,000 policy, but it was $30 a month for a $10,000 damn policy. But go right across the track in the white area, and it's $10 a month for $100,000 policy. And that's how these companies built their wealth. When we was talking about the bank, when you said Chase, I thought you were talking about the bank, J.P. Morgan Chase, J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, all of those companies, top five banks pled guilty in 2012 or 13 under Obama for scamming black folks and raising the interest rate on housing, student loans, and home loans. That was their common practice. So we definitely got to realize that we're targets. And for anybody that's starting to buy a home or even getting into investing and stuff like that, we got to learn it from the ground up.
thank
When I
you.
brought my home, when I brought my home, go to the first time homeowners classes.
Yep.
Okay, right. We're going to college. We got to get something that's gonna work for us. That's gonna give us immediate dividends, or at least the knowledge, so we know what we're
100%.
doing.
But here's the
Right.
thing, though. Let me tell you what's so sickening about this, Kevin.
Hmm.
White folks for generations has been burning us. Now black people see what they're doing and say, I could just do it to my people and it's going to be quicker. That's the most sickening thing. People like Jay Morrison, people like him 5,000, and mind these are alleged. We don't know their and people like the girl out of Philadelphia we covered on the segment where they was getting thousands and thousands of dollars, and there's no results of these people making their money and doubling their money back. So the thing about it is, and I'm even mentioning somebody who I revere and I love him, Umar Johnson. They invested over millions of dollars. The school ain't even up yet.
Right.
The school ain't even up yet. It's been 10 years. I've donated. Everybody don't donate. He said we still need more money.
This he said this
At
he's gonna
least,
he said he's gonna
At least Tyreek do have a museum, you know. So yeah, that gives you scamming
Hey,
vibes. I do
we're not gonna
understand
talk
that.
about Umar with the school. We're not gonna talk about Umar with the school again.
Listen, I love the brother, but that brother, all that brother is to get us riled up and get the chakras going. But he's not no businessman.
He said August. He's gonna open up in August and everything.
After
This
all,
is his last chance. He talked about over a year now. He got to August. He gonna open up in August. We gonna have a whole show against him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, Cam laughing because he know he ain't gonna open up until August. He gonna move to next
Well,
year.
more power to him if he can. I wish him the best, but it don't look good.
So
not for me to invest in. I mean, at this point.
no, definitely. So what we need to do as black people moving forward, any of our people coming from our community who wants to start a business, we got to hold them to a high regard. We got to put them to extreme scrutiny, like the SEC, like all that. Okay, brother, you got to do this. And I know a lot of black people don't like to hear this. What's your business plan? What's your 5-year return? Are you registered under this and this? Black people want us to just do it with a handshake. When you come to the community, fam, I'm trying to I need $400. Okay, you need $400 for what? A lot of us is getting robbed and there's nothing to show for it, but these people want to go back this. Jay Morrison is now into God. Now he's a pastor after he done took $11 million.
They always go back to God after they
He's a
rob the
pastor
people.
now.
They always do that, Hakeem. They always do that. After they rob the people, they go right back to God because God is so forgiving. But then you let that lady homeless right now on the street. I don't like that. But Hakeem, Kevin, Jordan, what you say? People will say you don't trust your own people. Why you gotta do that? You don't do that to the white man. Ask them to show you paperwork. I believe whatever they say.
Exactly.
Listen, I put the white boy to extreme scrutiny when we go to a deal. I try to lowball him and all.
And you know what the thing is? The thing is now we know the game. We know what the hustle is. See, we've been getting the hustle for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like I tell you the problem like in New Orleans, man. The brother that said Prince Hakeem just said, then we go back and then we forgive the same people that messed over us because they black or they're a woman and stuff like that. We have a guy that went to prison, that was on the city hall, who went to prison for taking a $10,000 bribe, right? Went to federal prison for it, right? And when I think of his name, I'm gonna say it. He comes back out and say he believes in second chances and shit like that. Now he's right back on the city hall board and ready to run for mayor next year. You see, that's the kind of dumb shit we can't allow. It's all you go to Detroit with Marion Barrett. I mean, the smoking the crack thing.
Yeah.
They re-elected him, man. Listen. The thing is, if somebody messing over you, if you go to jail, if somebody messing over you, if you go to jail, who you want messing over you, Bubba or Tyrone? Neither one of them is who you don't want nobody fucking over. So I don't give a pass. I actually hold black folks more accountable than like you stealing for black folks, poor people. Why you doing? That's even worse. Your people had a bad time, a hard time, but don't scam us. So we got to definitely look to our politicians who got our best interests at heart, and stop the foolishness. Because some people get in power.
Deep right there about politicians, especially during an election year.
Right, and that'll be the next. That should be our next show too, big brother.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Actually, I came and we're trying to get a politician to come on the show. Actually,
yeah, we've been trying.
We've been trying. So, that's gonna be a good show because we know we're going to election month. I think people need to be well informed of what to do, how to do it the right way and not the wrong way.
Right.
Mr. Muhammad, the link is there, so you can come out anytime. I think he's upset about what we were saying. He's here now. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad is in the building.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
All right. And see, my question gonna be from now on. Okay, what to any politician, black or white, what is gonna be done for black people, not minority or diversity, so we can get our stuff straight, and we need the funding coming in to do that.
Shout out to Ashton Williams is also in the building. The creator of the Shiesty Avengers, who will be going live right after us. So guys, make sure y'all subscribe to Ashton. He be having some good conversations sometimes.
Go ahead, Muhammad. You can speak.
Go ahead, Muhammad.
Okay, greetings, brothers. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you.
All right, my
Blessing
brother.
abundance.
Okay, I want to make sure I approach this correctly. I don't want to play myself out of pocket, but you know, it's funny. I like to go back to sports and what we know as black folk, which is part of our culture, whether it's balling on the basketball court, the football field. We come out the womb playing ball. Okay, and I'm actually proud of black fathers that have gone into coaching, coach their kids. That's why we now have black quarterbacks. Okay, there's a time you couldn't play quarterback on a football team. Okay, because the white coach put his son there. Okay, you can say all you want about Tom Brady. I'm from New England. My cousins want to kill me when I go home. It's sacrilegious to talk about Tom Brady, but he had a father, he had coaches from the time he was born to put him in that position. Okay, I don't care where he was drafted. Most brothers don't have a coach from the time they impart one. Now that's sports. Let's go to business. Okay, how you just going to get on Google or the internet and think you're going to be a business guru? It don't work like that. That's why some people are getting took. They want the knowledge, especially our people, and the guy pops up and we give him our money. Now I don't know the brother. And I don't know what he did, but white folks been hustling for a long time, and we don't say shit, okay? And they've been corrupting politics from the time Kevin White was mayor of Boston, from the time Trump was doing business with the mob, okay? John Gotti and the crew. How you think he got the buildings built, okay? And I'm not here to bash Trump or support Trump. I'm here to look at him like a frog, okay? Because I call myself a champion teacher since I'm brave enough to go and deal with these wild-ass kids in the school system and be what's
That's a good point.
but when I'm teaching the kids, they're teaching me. And I notice I got to tell a kid 100 times before he does it right. Okay? Just like us. I'm like, man, that's like black people. We got people to teach us, black leadership. Up you mighty nation, you can accomplish what you will. The boys, souls of black folk, 2 thoughts, 2 minds. Well, the Bible say don't be double-minded. Either we're going to do business or we're not going to do business. Okay? I don't know business. I'm illiterate. I have to admit that. Like I'm a crackhead. I'm on crack, man. How I get off the crack? Matter of fact, how do I make the money like the drug dealer? So I'm not trying to preach too long, but I got to be strong. Okay, like the rest of the brothers on here. But one of my favorite movies is Paid in Full, which is one of the great. You can say whatever you want about what's his name, Dame Dash, and I've even been around his entourage when I did security in New York, and he is an asshole. Okay, but that movie is brilliant and it's genius. Okay, now let's look at AZ. Let's look at Alpo, and let's look at Money Making Mitch. Okay, Alpo could have ran for office, man. Okay, he could have been in Hollywood. Same with Mitch. Okay, they had that charisma, that Harlem, New York charisma, whatever you want to call it. I'm from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm not from New York. I'm not even from Boston. I hate when people say I'm from Boston. We all got our hood. We got to represent our hood, right? So I'm going to represent my hood. How am I going to represent it? I'm going to represent it right here like Malcolm did. Okay, Malcolm read books when he was in Charleston jail, which is over the bridge from Cambridge. Okay, they turned that where Malcolm was locked up into a hotel. They still got the prison bars there. I'm like, y'all think this is fun? Coming to a hotel, still got prison bars, used to be a prison. Okay, but what Malcolm did, he read the dictionary. He copied Daniel Webster. Daniel Webster was one of the most prepared senators to ever come from New England. Okay, Daniel Webster was known for never making a mistake because he was so prepared, just like Malcolm. Okay, and Malcolm learned from Elijah. You know, and Malcolm also had a father that was in the Garvey movement. Me and Brown talk about this all the time. Hakeem, he had a father. Okay, now y'all know ball better than I do. I don't know ball. My brothers know ball. My cousin, my pops, y'all probably know ball. Y'all was talking about ball. But who's the dude? Steph Curry. Don't he have a father that played ball?
Yes, he did.
Does he have a brother or something? There's one guy. He got 2 sons in the NBA.
Yeah, 2 sons in the NBA. That's a fact. Yep.
Is that Curry or somebody else?
No, that's Curry.
Curry got a brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that by accident or by design?
Design.
Okay. So therefore, if I want to get good in business, I got to do what the brothers do in ball. I got to practice over and over again. If I don't succeed in buying one house, which I failed in Detroit when I bought a second house, and the Detroit Cats rolled up on me 3 deep, and it's only me. I'm like, oh, y'all can have the house. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll go back to my other house. And then I'm thinking I'm doing something. The dudes who dress grimy on the east side of Detroit, unlike the west side, they look fly. The east side dudes are the ones with multiple houses. I'm talking like straight grimy dudes. Like, yo, Muhammad, how many houses you got? I got one. I'm working another one, but the dudes kind of chumped me for it. They chumped me. I'm telling you straight up. They got the hammers working on it. Yo, this is our house. Like, yo, man, I put the money up. I put 4 G's working on the trash truck for this house. No, this is our house. Now I'm either gonna beef with 3 dudes and lose my life, or try to go another route. But I'm not beefing with these dudes, especially when I got another place to rest my head and I see all these other abandoned buildings. I fucked up. Okay. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Riverdale. I'm thinking I'm doing something. And my homeboy's like, yo, you moved to the worst part of Atlanta. I said, man, this is the suburb of Atlanta. He said, no, you know what the police do to people out there? And the police came up in my house. Yo, who the fuck is in here? I'm like, what? In fact, I was asleep. I had a bad tooth. And I couldn't afford a dentist. The police come up in there. I had a dog that I got from the projects when I was doing security. The manager's like, you can't keep this dog. Took the dog home, put the dog, happened to buy a house in Riverdale, had him watching the house. The police come up in the house with guns drawn. I'm sleeping. I got my jeans on, my shirt off. The house is dusty because half of it needs construction. The other half is livable. Like, what you doing in here? This is my house. Here's my paperwork. Nah, man, let me see your ID. I said, I'm in handcuffs with the gun in my head. I was going to kill your dog. I'm saying all to say, this is my real estate experience, man. I know I'm rambling, but I'm bringing home, okay? I could have got killed in my own house that I put money on in Riverdale. I could have got beat up in Detroit, okay? In fact, I had to fight another dude from Boston that I tried to help and brought to Detroit. Said, yo, man, why you want to be staying in Boston and pay for a house for the rest of your life? And you can take an 8-hour trip to Detroit and buy one for a G. I paid $700 for my house. I don't know why people are afraid to talk about these numbers. You talk about how many numbers LeBron put up, Curry put up, but you won't tell me nothing about how you make your money. But the drug game, yo, I got this money, B. I got this money, B. Let me show you this money. Well, let me show you my money that I work from doing security, B. I got money too, but it ain't from selling drugs. But I'm studying the drug board. I'm studying paid in full, and then I'm buying land because I'm not gonna keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. Now I'm starting to get angry because I'm thinking about all the shit I got to do to put myself in a position where I don't have to be fucking homeless in Miami or Boston or New York. But when I know the solution is a micro home, but they don't want to give you the micro home. Why? Because you'll be too powerful. Land ownership is power. When I bought the house in Riverdale, people come up on me, come up on the property. Yo, you bought this house? Yeah, they treat me totally different. Yo, the neighbors, hey man, I want to buy this house. The other neighbor, I want to buy this house. Everyone, yo, man. I'm like, yo, is this a club or something? Owning a house? You know what I'm saying? I'm staying with my boy in the West End, living in a room. Now I got a house. And people treat me totally different. That's how it is in America. The cop, now, once the cop looked at my ID in Riverdale, he's like, oh, snap. We made a mistake. Sorry, sir. And I was so shook. I was like, man, I mean, I should have pressed charges or did a complaint. I was like shook. They didn't kill my dog. They didn't kill me. And I already been beefing with the cop. So the point is, I've been doing it the hard way. I know you can get your credit repaired, like Brown said. I know there's interest rates, but this is the bottom line. How did grandfather and grandmother buy their home? That's the solution, not what CNN says, CNBC says, because grandpa and grandma did it right. And all we got to do, even if it takes going into our subconscious mind. Yo, I remember my grandfather painted that wall on his own. I remember my grandfather put up that I mean, I don't even like wallpaper no more, but I remember my grandfather did that. I remember my grandfather painted the garage. That paint is still there. And now, all due respect to my Haitian brother Brown, the Haitians in Boston who are taking over Boston, they got a better mentality than my African-American brothers. They bought my grandmother's house. And my family's fighting over who gets the money. Well, we should have kept the house. The Haitians ain't fighting about that. I don't know what Haitians fight about. I'm still fighting to get some rice with red gravy from my Haitian beef. But they ain't fighting about no house. Like, yo, matter of fact, my mother, well, she's my cousin's mother-in-law. We moved to that neighborhood. My grandmother's gone, but my cousin who married a Haitian woman, they're there now, man. They're in the projects looking at me. Yo, who's this dude Muhammad walking up in here? Yo, I'm from here. It's the breakdance here. Yo, I can't speak that patois. Like Brown, I'm with Brown in Harvard Square. Haitian come up on him. He start talking. Like, damn, bro, how many languages you talk? So the Haitians do it, the Mexicans do it, and my Jamaican brothers. I'm gonna do my best to shut up. Matter of fact, I want someone to tell me, brother. You said it's gonna be your last comment. So I was doing security to make my little money so I can get my property, my land. Okay, and family from South Carolina came to the store in Raleigh, in North Carolina. I was working at the clothing store for fat people, DXL, and he's like, "Hey, excuse me, sir. You seem like a good brother. You know any soul food restaurants are?" And I was scratching my head. I'm like, I'm in the South, and I can't think of no soul food restaurants to tell these people. I was ashamed. I said, no, I can't think of any. But then I said, I know some Jamaican food. Oh, we don't want that. But Jamaican food is a black restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And also, I
Yes,
asked
it
him,
is.
why are there so many black restaurants? So the brother told me who was Jamaican. When I asked him, and this is my absolute last comment, he said, brother, why do Jamaicans come here and there's so many Jamaican restaurants? He said, brother, can I be honest with you? You're African American, right? I said, yeah. He said, Jamaicans only come here for two reasons. One is to make money. Two is for education. We don't complain about racism and what the cops is doing and all this other stuff African Americans are talking about. We're confused, man. We're here to own property and have business.
Drop mic. And that's the secret, and that's the goal. I don't know how can you want to highlight Natasha Vincent comment. Not only that, but shout out to Mimi, co-host of the Shiesty Avenger. She corrected me. She said, no, not sometime, but all the time they over there have great conversation over there at Ashton Williams channel. So
Yeah.
thank you, Mimi, for correcting me once again. But go ahead, how can you read Natasha Vincent comment?
Our grandparents and their parents historically had to deal with. If they could access one at all, this is across the North America.
That's the secret. They work together. I'm saying you can't do this on your own anymore. I think back then that was the secret. They worked together. You had grandfather working in the garage, grandma was coming home, she cooked dinner, she made sure make sure the dinner was cooked to give that grandfather that extra strength so he could continue to fix the garage. Right now the relationship, because we are in this quote unquote gender war online, and I think that's why we're missing the point. And that's why right now, Mr. Muhammad, I'm not gonna lie, you said a lot of jewels. Because when I did use Walk Paid in Full, it did teach me a lot of things. That's why I told Hakeem I'm very business savvy. Like, I try to do business with everybody. And that's why I learned from Paid in Full. That guy, he learned business from everybody. Everything from everybody. He didn't stop in just in one area. And that's how he became very wealthy. And not only that, but the funny thing is, Jay-Z actually practiced that to this day because he learned his business trade from Warren Buffett, one of the greats in America. And that's why he's a billionaire.
And I
Thanks to
meant to.
Beyonce.
I'm sorry.
No, thanks to Beyonce, his wife, who made him get connection with powerful people. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you need that woman that's gonna put you in the right position in that right place.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jordan. I know you were gonna say something before Muhammad go.
No, go ahead, Muhammad. Go
First
I
of
think it
all,
was Kevin.
okay.
Oh, Kevin gonna say something? Kevin.
well, can I just say this, brother Ronnie? You just messed me up in the head, man. Because you dropped some knowledge how grandma was cooking the food so grandpa could do what he did. That's deep, man, because I can't get a woman to cook me a meal no more. Okay. She like take your ass to McDonald's.
That's cap. The way
take
you
your ass to
it.
McDonald's and get a Happy Meal. That's what I'm told. Okay. When I start making my own meal, I'm told I'm doing too much. But that's another story. So you just messed me up with that, Ronnie. But
it's true. It's true though. But go ahead.
The truth hurts. That hurt me right there. So I want to say real quick, paid in full. I always think to myself, what if they had not stayed uptown but gone downtown and invested some of that money in Wall Street? See, they stayed uptown.
Well, big brother, that's just not Muhammad. That's not just paid in full. That's all over. That's like Freeway and the brothers in Detroit,
right?
BMF. The brothers in California who had that kind of serious money in the late '70s, early '80s. And I was like, well, damn. I mean, these niggas was making, these brothers was making how much a month?
Yeah.
$1 million a month? They could have owned the whole town very easily. There's no way they could have stopped them. But they did other things. Now they got a couple brothers that did all right. I did see Slim Thug. He owned about 20 to 40 houses in the area that he brought and built and developed and stuff like that. And I'm starting to see some brothers buy some land and stuff. But when I think of the East Coast, man, and they kind of got y'all jammed up because see in the South and other areas, we could still buy land. I've never been up there to the East Coast, but I'm like, it's a big struggle for property up there. We don't have the condos and it's nothing for us to buy them $180,000 house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a backyard. You know,
Okay.
so
I just gotta
that's
say this,
different.
brother Kev. You just hit the
Yeah.
nail on the head, bro. You just hit the 3, bro. And I'm going crazy right now, bro. You just hit the 3. You said buy land, bro. I can get excited about football, baseball, and basketball. Why can't I get excited? Brother said buy land. And where's the land? The land is down south.
Preach. He's
The
right.
land
It's
is down
true.
south. So us northern brothers and us southern brothers got to come together. Bloods and Crips even come together when Tookie Williams was getting killed.
Right.
And someone get hit upside the head by the police.
He's
You want to have a
true.
protest? That house is empty. Go buy the mother effort. Wait, brother. Like
And listen, I work in the filming industry, man, and and I catch some of these people coming from LA and coming from Hollywood and stuff like that, and maybe from the East Coast, and who've been making a lot of money. They decide to come down here and just buy a house and land just because that's nothing to them. It ain't even but maybe a mortgage of about $600 a month.
Where are you, sir?
To them, that's nothing. I'm in New Orleans, big brother.
I knew that by your accent, but I didn't want to assume. Now, New
Yeah,
Orleans.
that ain't no, yeah.
And now that, but now that, Mr. Muhammad, a lot of women in the chat say they still are cooking. Women, Mimi say she can't cook.
Invite me
and
over.
Also,
I'll be
Natasha
there.
Vincent say she cook.
Mimi don't cook.
Right now,
Mimi don't cook.
Okay, but here's the thing: do you cook even when you don't feel like it, or you only cook when you feel like it?
Get in your bag, Muhammad.
That's the game. That's the
Get
game
in
when
your
the thing.
bag.
And do you just make grilled cheese, or do you make a real dinner on Sunday? I can take the grilled
That's
cheese
what
on
she
Monday.
Mimi, he
but
calling you out.
No, not her. No disrespect. I don't know the sister. I'm talking about women in general. They play that game.
Yeah.
Oh, I cook.
No,
I,
he's just joking
I
around.
date the woman. She cooked grilled cheese. I'm not even complaining until I find out it's burnt. You can at least not burn the grilled cheese.
Are you sure, Natasha? You sure you cook? Because from this end, all I see both of y'all women do is just look pretty all day.
No, remember, Natasha don't go outside. That means she cooking. If she don't go outside, you cooking.
But I don't want to get off topic. I want to ask Muhammad and Kev this, and this is an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that a lot of our brothers and sisters don't want to buy houses in the neighborhoods they come from, but they want to go live with white folks? And this is when you have a lot of white folks coming into our neighborhoods, buying up property, renting out to us, and buying the land in our projects in our neighborhood. The areas they say that they are so bad, they're gentrifying them. Because I'll give you an example.
Right.
There's a place
downtown.
There's a place here in Miami called Lincoln Field. It's a notorious apartment complex. I just recently drove by there, nothing but black. They just changed the name to Lake Buena Vista.
Wow.
Yeah, the Spanish people bought it. Yeah,
the Spanish people. Listen, the blacks are
that
still in there.
That sounds like they could raise $100,000 just on the name right there.
Yeah. On the name. Yeah.
The blacks are still in there, but the Hispanics bought in the ghetto. We talking about this is one of the worst apartment complexes where they at least got like 30 bodies on this docket. But they're buying. So this is the question I want to ask y'all. Why do we want to run away from when people say, "Oh, it's so dangerous over here"? We know it's dangerous, but the white folks are still coming and buying up here. Go ahead.
I want to say this real quick, even though I tend to have long stories. I'm going to try to condense it. So there was a man named S.B. Fuller, who many of us don't know about. I don't know if I got the book in front of me, but there's 30 Things They Don't Want You to Know. There's a book called 30 Things They Don't Want You to Know. One is S.B. Fuller, who owned Southside Chicago, where people tell me don't even go over there when I go visit Chicago. Now I'm like, I just want a slice of pizza. Stay away from Southside. Well, the man owned Southside. He had one of the first Black Wall Streets, movie theaters, businesses, hair care, like the brother mentioned, which you know is a big one. He had all the black business, and he taught other people to have their own business. Johnson, who started Ebony Jet, was one of his students. The Johnson who started Afro Sheen was one of his students, and the white woman, Mary Kay, was one of his students. Used to go to his meetings. Okay, now fast forward, this man was a multimillionaire, and he's from New Orleans. Okay, that's why I love New Orleans cats. New Orleans cats, the only ones I seen come to Atlanta and shake up some Atlanta cats. I'm like, damn, these New Orleans cats. I was like, I didn't think these Atlanta cats were scared of nobody, not in New York.
There's a history with that.
Okay, but I saw a dude from New Orleans get on the bus and say, "Yo, I'm from the real dirty New Orleans." They shut up. I'm like, damn. But anyways,
there's a history with that.
Okay, so I respect my hoods, man. I respect my hoods. So anyhow, fast forward to the 60s when S.B. Fuller, he went from starting from soap to owning all this in Chicago. he made a comment to answer your question, Brown.
Yeah.
And he made a comment at a white business meeting for white businessmen that he helped fund because he was a black Republican, okay, which is what our people were after the Civil War, because Republicans, as we know, freed the slaves, not the Democrats, who the party of the Ku Klux Klan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he was a Republican. He was a wide awake black man, not following CNN, which they didn't even have back then, but that's, you know, my point. So he made a speech. He said, the problem with my people is they're too lazy to stand up on their own feet and take care of their own business. And when, I don't know if it was Martin Luther King, but I know it was Jackie Robinson. I know it was the NAACP. And the guy started Pullman Porter's group. They boycotted SB Fuller. Now here's a black business talking about black wealth. They boycotted him and forced him out of business. There was your solution right there. Okay. But Negroes get the big head, like many of us who went to my college, and that's why people from Howard hate me. Puffy. Okay. I'm not even dissing Puffy, but we get that syndrome where we think why do you think they call him Puffy? Got the big head. Okay. We got the big head and we think we know everything. I don't know shit, man. I know one thing, which is what I study, history. I don't know business. I don't know sports like that. But I do know history. Don't try to disrespect me when it comes to history. Okay. So I know the history of SB Fuller, and that took me a long time to even learn about him. And I'm still learning because there's only 1 or 2 books about him. He's the man who mentored Mr. Dudley, who just passed, who had Dudley Products. Okay. But that's too old fashioned to go knock on doors. Okay. And talk to people. But yet when I work for a real estate investor, he says, yo, I hire you to go knock on doors and talk to people to see if they want to sell their house. It's like SB Fuller was teaching the brothers and sisters to go into the hood, go to the barbershops, the salons, and do business. This is like a barbershop quartet right here. And we're talking big business. And here's another one. I'm going to get mad now, Brown. Hold me back, Brown. I'm going to get mad on this one. How come when I go to the YMCA across the street, I got all my brother, hey, what's up, Muhammad? How you doing today, man? What you working on today, man? You working on the chest, lower body? What you working on, bro? I see you in the corner throwing blows. You box, Muhammad? Okay. But they ain't asked me one thing about business. Even the white guys, hey, how you doing, guy? But what do the white guys talk about when they're coming out the shower? Hey, Bob, what do you think about that multi-million-dollar deal downtown in Wilson, North Carolina?
Yeah, man, preach.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, my
that's
cousin's
a fact. What you said?
Yeah,
that's
my cousin's working on that, Jim. Yeah, did you tell Billy Bob to get the contract for the concrete? Yeah. Now they don't know I'm over here brushing my head trying to get my waves back, but I'm listening to everything these crackers are saying. And when they talk to me, hey, how you doing? No, I want to know about the multi-million-dollar deal y'all was just talking about. And if the brothers don't want to talk about it, now I'm gonna be like Ice Cube. Ice Cube made a lot of money off of FU.
Yep.
Okay. FU, man. I'm making money. That's why Ice Cube, who I respect, is on a much higher level and he can talk to a Trump. Jay-Z can talk to a Trump, even though Jay-Z told one rapper, y'all probably know who it was, don't go talk to Trump. Who was that?
And Mom, I want to add this too. Now that I don't know if nobody don't know about it, but Ice Cube now, he has the big three league and everything. Now found out that he sold one of his teams to an owner of a sports of $10 million to a team that he has, and
right, he's sold one of them.
He'll be in LA.
What, he has a basketball team?
Congratulations.
Yeah, the big three.
The league, right? He sold one of his teams to one of these sports agency about $10 million.
Move, man. That guy's smart.
So watch out for Cube now. The big leagues on the rise, so he's trying to sell other teams, so those teams can have homes like Vegas, maybe Miami, Dallas, so Ice Cube's doing a big business.
Now to your point, Jordan. To your point, Jordan. Here's a brother that messed me up in the head when I was at the gym one day because I'm over in the corner trying to get my skills back. I'm fighting diabetes. I'm getting old. I can't do what I used to do, but I'm trying to do something. Young brother come up to me and say, hey, man, young brother's got these funny hairdos. No disrespect, Ronnie, but, I'm like, what type of hairdo is that? What type of style? I don't know, man. I know the 80s.
Oh, you talking about which one? The one with like this?
Well, he got the twist and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't know. I asked brothers, okay, I don't even know what you call that, but it's kind of part fade, part twist. But he come up to me. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? I like the way you be over here. You be working out. You be reading your book sometimes. That's cool. I said, oh, I appreciate that, man. I felt good. I thought I taught a brother something to read a book instead of just go work out because I carry my books with me wherever I go. And he goes, No, I said, hey, bro, so what do you do? I don't want to try to share the lime, just, be the only one in the limelight. I think it's courteous to ask a man what he does. He goes, well, I have a contracting business, and we're the ones who built this new YMCA. We built the floors in the gym. I said, what? He said, yeah, but I'm a professional ball player. And he was short. So now I was really messed up. I said, what? I said, no disrespect, bro. I try to say real humble. I said, but bro, you don't seem that big to be a professional ball player. He said, oh yeah, I am. I play overseas. I said, I let my brothers run my business most of the time. I said, you know what? I do remember a company that was here fixing everything in the gym when I first came. That was your company? He said, yeah. He goes, but I didn't know everything when I first got into the league, and I had to have my father and other people in the league teach me. He said, because the first team that wanted me to go play over there, I think it was Spain. He said, hey, man, they want to offer me 20 grand to play pro. And my father's like, no, man, you ain't taking no pro contract for 20 grand. I said, well, if you don't mind me asking, most people ain't going to answer this question. I said, how much you getting paid now? But I got to get the knowledge some type of way, man. I'm sorry if I seem ignorant, but I don't know. What do they do over there? He's like, man, I get 400,000 now. And I got my business. I said, damn. And he said, and I got a book drive, Muhammad. You can help me with the book drive, help the kids pass out books and have the cookout. I said, damn, you doing it, bro. And then there's one last thing he said, but that's the bottom. Oh, he said when he went to the Ukraine, he said the brothers told him and say, man, you got to be careful out here because they don't like us brothers out here. This is Ukraine. This is like Russian, Russians, Ukraine, they're the same people. They fighting, but he said, man, I was at the restaurant. They came in ski mask, robbed the joint. He said, but, I kept my mouth shut and I kept my head low and stayed with the brothers and I was safe. So I'm saying this to say there's so many ins and outs of business that we don't know, man. And we have to be like the spook who sat by the door. If you read the book or saw the movie, which I've been reading, that everybody at Howard was reading, and other black colleges and other conscious people read. But I'm the real spook. You're talking to him. I spook Colin Powell. I did some of the craziest shit when I was in college. I went and worked for Colin Powell as a spook. I'm a black FOI selling bean pies, final calls 1 minute. And then I went over to Virginia. I want to see what a real black general looked like. And come to find out, I actually like Colin Powell. He's kind of cool. But I don't know how he managed to work with the Bushes and the other ones and still kept his dignity as a black man. Maybe that has something to do with being a Jamaican black man. When you know who you are, you can rise to that level. But we have to stop looking at everybody else and do what Ice Cube did on our level. We could sponsor a Little League team. There's a brother here in Wilson. He got a program called Our Wilson. He had the kids on the corner selling lemonade. And I have to buy, man. I have to pay. There was a kid in Atlanta. He just got shot and killed selling water. Okay. I was in Atlanta when we was trying to help the young brothers sell water and they was making money. Everybody's happy. Started not want to selling drugs until I come back. Yo, what happened to little man? Oh, he got killed. Or the cops rolled us off the block. You can start with water. I know one dude in Atlanta, we was on the corner taking the train. Next minute, he's in a van. Like, yo, bro, how you get the van? He said, I don't just got a van. I got a house now. But that's before gentrification. So let me go back to Brown's question. See, I overheard another white conversation when I was in Atlanta. Actually, a brother told me this. He went to some sort of housing meeting. And they're like, well, how y'all going to take over? How y'all going to gentrify? No, how you going to take care of the crime in the West End Atlanta and stop buying property out there? Now, when I was in Atlanta, houses were 20 G's. I told my boys that went to Clark and Morehouse, you need to buy these properties. They look at me like I'm crazy. Yo, 20 G's, man, you need to buy this stuff. And they had a for sale sign right out. Call this number. Okay. But black folks wasn't buying them like that. And then the dude told me he went to the meeting. The white folks said, you ain't got to worry about that. That's all being taken care of. What's that mean? They're going to arrest your ass, have you locked up, and then we're buying your block that you was just standing in front of the store, the liquor store, or your house on the porch, but you don't own nothing. Because we weren't taught, we was taught, excuse me for a minute, I'm going to make a mess. We was taught about this, okay? Get this title in boxing, football, baseball. Get a trophy, okay? Get a trophy, little kid. But we ain't teaching nothing about this paper. You have to have your name on a piece of paper that says title to property. And I'm in Detroit, and a white man told me, then he told me when I was at the land bank meeting, because Detroit wasted my time having me sit in a meeting for 10 hours to tell me I couldn't do what they told me to come there for. They said I could buy the vacant lot next to me. I go there. I said, we still owe taxes. So what tell me to come here for then? But the white man told me before I left that I was sitting next to, he said, hey, so you own a property? I said, yeah. See, when you're in that club, they talk to you a little bit more. I still ain't white, but I'm doing something. So he goes, is it in your name? I said, yeah. He said, that's a mistake. You should have it in a business name. I was like, damn, how many fucking rules is there to this, man?
Natasha Vincent, you're right. She said the city has your city has urban plans available to you at least 5 years in advance. Go to the meetings, y'all, and get the head up on real estate moves. That's facts. They do. They already have it there, and not only that, but also sometimes you don't have to put yourself in real estate. Sometimes, I'll buy, like, that's me. Of course, it's not financial advice, but sometimes it's me. I sometimes look into the stock market and see, okay, which real estate company owns a lot of properties, and I invest in those companies. That's a key component too. So sometimes you don't have to. You can use your money in that aspect too. You don't have to physically purchase the property, but you can buy real estate stocks, and you'll be a part
There's
of
a
the
company
stable building.
called old Realtors, and the ticker symbol old. They own a lot of commercial property and stuff like that. Like they rent to Amazon, Walmarts, and stuff like that. So,
Oh,
and they
yep.
also do
It's called.
high
It's called.
rises and stuff like that.
You say it's
Right.
called
Oh,
O.
and they, yeah,
Okay.
that's the ticker symbol. And
Okay.
and what they do, and not only that, they pay a dividend every quarter.
Okay. Also, I want to go back to
Well,
part.
let me ask the brother what his question was again. I lost track of what the question was because I definitely had
Yeah,
an answer
yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
The question is, why is it that a lot of us don't want to buy property in our neighborhoods, but we want to buy properties over where when
And, and the
as
gentrification thing, all right? Yeah. Okay. I think it's a two-part answer. First of all, I think these people got history on that, and that's handed down knowledge because they already have an idea of what different areas of the city and towns are going to do when the corruption get back, when you get crime bad and the property values drops and then it raises back up. They know that already, and so they already had that old. And I think they do it different ways. Now we don't have a big deal with that down here because we're able to buy homes and land. That's the first thing you do, but it seems like up there in the East Coast and everything in other areas like that, they can price y'all out, and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out, that's their chess game. So I always tell people if you got to buy, go ahead, you got to own it, and stuff like that. So down here, I don't understand how brothers lost Brooklyn and Harlem. I never understood that. So
so
just
you're
don't get
right,
it.
but let me get deeper into this question. Let me phrase a scenario. So let's say you have
Mm-hmm.
a young black family and they have the money to buy a house.
Right.
Instead of buying in New Orleans Fifth Ward, they say I'm going to move outside of Fifth Ward where there's a white suburb area. Instead of buying land in the Fifth Ward, they say this is not a safe place to raise kids. But
Okay.
there's white people who own property that are renting to black people in the Fifth Ward and Mexicans. So the question I'm saying is this: if I'm a black man who can buy a property in my neighborhood, why would I not buy it there, but I want to go buy it somewhere else that's in another neighborhood?
Hmm.
So
Oh, now, well, I'll tell you one thing. It definitely would be the school systems. I'm just throwing out some ideas with why people would want to do that. I can tell you the problem down here, man. We have a lot of young fellas and young people here that don't buy their parents' old house.
Mhm.
Even if you went and brought another house, keep the second house, keep the first house and rent it out. So we just got to get a little wiser with that. I don't have an answer for you, to be honest with you, brother.
so I think Nas had a song. We started out envy, jealousy, greed. I don't know all of them, but there's 6 or 7 negatives or devils that man has within him. And until we conquer those, especially as black folks, we're going to keep being like crabs in a barrel and pulling each other down. And the brother, I was a little worried when Brother Kev first came on because he's talking about stocks and bonds, and that's more advanced. That's 3-point shooting. And these young boys all want to, when they come to the gym, I see them all taking threes now. Like, man, what you do a layup? They want to shoot threes. Okay. What about a
It's
foul
not
shot?
3-point shoot.
Okay, what about a
I
foul
got
shot?
you.
Okay, but
Well,
land,
no, it's more like a layup.
okay, right. But land is basic. Okay, let's start with the land and the property first. His brother just asked a very, very, very serious question. And this is where
Hmm.
this goes to your question, Brown. Why did the brothers in Harlem and Brooklyn and Massachusetts, Cambridge, Boston, where I'm from, in Jersey, wherever up north, why did we not take advantage of that when we had the chance? Because the chance is pretty much gone now. Okay. And until you answer that question, you're going to keep repeating the same mistake. Because when I was bird dogging for real estate investors, see, I didn't know I was working for a Caribbean dude who had some white dude uptown across the Tappan Zee Bridge, Westchester County. That was the real connect for the real estate game. I thought I was working for a black-owned company in Mount Vernon. No, well, the black guy and the Caribbean guy, he was that smart. Have his own office that looked like Starbucks, but it was a real estate office with books on real estate and coffee. And then he hired a guy like me. Hey, man, take these flyers. I'll pay you. Go find me some properties. And I did that. Okay. Well, when I went to Harlem, they were still for sale. Matter of fact, I'll never forget this white girl. She used to like me. I'm like, I don't deal with the old face. Okay.
But what happened with it? What happened with all the people in Harlem and all that money making, like you were talking about, big brother? You're saying that them niggas was making that kind of money, and it wasn't just the brothers in from from the movie. I mean, a lot of them was doing that, man. They was making $300,000-$400,000 every a month, easy.
Because we have no financial literacy. We have a missing link here, man. Number one, we have the envies, the devils of self. We don't understand that business is Bible based, which is why the church owned the block. Okay, even the mosque need to catch up to the church. The church,
right?
I met some dudes in Detroit. They're like, yo, you know my pastor over there off of Grand River.
Yeah, church on a lot of property.
Okay.
They're the second biggest owner of land to McDonald's.
So
even down here in New Orleans, even where we got slum properties, we got churches in Kentucky that own four of the slum laws for four of the major properties in this city, and that's a shame. And they get to do that shit tax free, but
okay,
that's another topic.
So to me, it's right on point because the church already know, and the pastor know, but he ain't telling you when he's talking about Jesus though. And I'm not knocking Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm talking about the fact we need Jesus when he multiplied the bread and the fish and multiplied his property. So the brothers in Harlem, they was focusing on hustling and making money, but they weren't focusing on buying them properties. When the Jews were starting to say, hey, these properties in Brooklyn and Harlem are cheap. Let's buy these. And then Clinton moved in, and the white girl who liked me said, I'm moving to Harlem. I said, you ain't moving to Harlem. And I saw her actually on 125th Street one time. I said, damn, this white chick ain't kidding. That's around the time Clinton moved in. Okay. And then everything shot up. So, and they repeated that. So one white person come, now it's good. Now we're going to buy it. Whereas we as black people, like Brown said, why don't we just start where we at? But no, we don't want to do that. So down south, excuse me, is now going to be the saving grace for the black men. If the black man in America does not come up to the reality that you fucked up north, which is where I'm from, we fucked up, okay? And my only chance now is I got to go down south like a drug boy. Even my boys from New York, my 5% brother, like, yo, Muhammad, you move like a drug dealer. I said, well, if that's what I got to do to get a property, that's what I'm going to do, okay? And down south, the only place you can still buy something for an affordable amount. And that's the key. That's the coke. I was getting my hair cut in Texas one time. These Texas boys were talking, just give me a nice fade. They're like, hey, man, you from up north, man? That's about a 16-hour ride, man. Why don't you just take this package for us, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, put some on it. One time I was in California, Mexican dude. He was a Norteño. That's the northern Mexican boys. Northern Mexican gangbangers who don't like the Sertaños, the southern Mexican boys. He said, hey, man, I see no going back east. Why don't you be my representative out there? Like, nah, man, you know, I'm Muslim. My man Hakeem Bello, he won't let me get down like that. You know what I'm saying? My people that know me in the mosque, I can't do that. But my point is,
now, I will say this: a lot of them did move down to Georgia from the East Coast. They caught on to that when they made their money. But so does that go down with Prince Hakeem was saying? They moved way to Georgia and Buckhead instead of getting some of that nice property right there or developing it. You know, it's $1 million homes they buying. So you got a point with that now, and you know, I guess that's what he's trying to get at.
So I think someone mentioned Warren Buffett on here.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, Warren Buffett said, if I sell you a car, would you want me to sell it to you at the retail price or the wholesale price like the car dealer? Which would you prefer?
Retail price.
Retail? Think about what you said, Ronnie. If I'm going to sell you a car, you want the same price that the car dealer gets it for, or you want it for the retail price that the customer gets it for? Now, I didn't know this until I had to read up on somebody that teach me. So I'm sharing it with you because you want it at the wholesale price. You don't want to pay retail. If I'm in the drug game, so we got to stop being everything they crack on us about is money. If they talk about black people having big lips, there's money in lipstick. Talk about black women got big butts, women trying to get butt implants. If they're talking about the hood is no good, that's where the money is. This is the shell game. Brothers on the street taught me that. You want to buy some gold, man? Here you go, man. $10. How can gold be $10, man? But I should get in the gold business. Okay. Everything they tell us is even the drug business. Why do you think it's called Coca-Cola? It's called Coke for a reason, man. The pharmacists invented Coke.
Yeah.
Okay. Why I can't go when I'm diabetic and I can't get my medicine for a decent rate? They'll let me drop dead before they sell me the medicine at a rate I can afford. This is a big thing, man.
Yeah, they gonna feel like they ain't their responsibility or job to even take care of your health. That's your job.
But my son,
that's how pharmaceutical companies think. Now we gonna sling you some pills. Yeah,
exactly.
We'll do that all day long. But they not trying to heal you at all.
Exactly. Now my son, not saying he got the cure, but my son, he'll go up into his kitchen like a drug boy and Pop, I got this for you because I've been working with the Jamaicans in the Bronx, and this is how we do, man. I make you some vitamins and minerals like Dr. Sabi. See, why you think they don't want you to know about Dr. Sabi? There's so much they don't want us to know. That's why we have brothers like us. See what I'm saying? You can be Superman, Batman, but we all can't be the same dude. Brother Kev, I don't know about the options. I'm still trying to learn about that, the stock game. But I know about
option trading. Yeah.
Yes. But I know, but an OG in West Atlanta, he said, Muhammad, I see you out here selling insurance. Do you know what the option is? Do you know what the call is? Do you know what the put is? He was a plumber. He was an old black man. And I said, damn, no, I don't. But that's what he put the seed in me. I got to learn this. Just like AZ and Alpo, instead of killing each other and fighting over some keys, to say, hey man, we need to go downtown and learn about this stock game, invest this money.
Right, they got a couple brothers here on YouTube spending a stock game and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you my thing, bro. I worked for UPS as a UPS driver for a while, right? 17 years. Had a good little time and saved up money and making money. No kids. Had my first kid at 28, so I'm doing all right. I just always knew that, okay, if I'm able to make 45,000, then I can make 70. If I can make 70, I can make over 100. So and I always wanted a second source of income. You got to have more than one source of income. So while I'm delivering, I'm delivering to Blockbuster, right? And this is during the time E-Trade, they had the E-Trade babies and all that kind of came out where you can invest in there. You could buy the stock without going to a damn broker and paying him $500 to $1,000 just to buy a few shares. So when I started delivering to Blockbuster, and this is during the time that Netflix came out. Now I got all the books and stuff like that because I had extra money, and I just want to make more interest on my money than the bank was giving. The bank wasn't giving me shit, pretty much on my chain. So I looked at when Netflix coming out, I figured, all right, I'm delivering to Block.
Hold on, we lost him. He'll be back. Hold on, he's probably delaying.
Damn, he was about to drop it on us, man.
Yeah, he did. Kev.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
All right, I'm back. All right, let me get this out. So as I'm delivering to Blockbuster, I say, okay, now Blockbuster has to buy, they had to pay for employees, overhead, the candy, shipping, and all that kind of stuff, rent and all that kind of stuff. But you got Netflix that just go stream the shit for how many movies you can get? For how much? $20 a month. So that's when you start thinking. When I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? That's by Robert Kiyosaki, and also a couple of books that go get you motivated on that. And all they were saying is they got ideas that Robert Kiyosaki is the dude that who came out with the Velcro wallets. He made a ton of money off Velcro wallets back in the days, and he became rich. So he was like, well, there's always $1 million ideas like that, but you just got to think of it, and then you put your money where they put their money. If you can't buy a house or a lot of real estate, buy stock in a company that's doing well in it, like the company I just mentioned to Brother Ryan, as a ticketer. Or if you don't know the pharmaceutical game, then you can find a pharmaceutical company that's pushing the most opioids. I mean, you can put your money where they put their money. They ain't nothing personal. That's business, and that's how they just see the economy. Companies do not care about your well-being. That's not what they're there for. They're there strictly to make a profit. So you just pick the sector that's working for you, that's moving as time's moving on, and you invest your money like that. And you don't need a lot of money to do it. You don't need $10,000, anything like that. I do $200-300 a month. And then when I get extra money, I might throw a thousand in and to build a portfolio similar to the one that I have, like a Roth IRA or IRA. And you have those same companies that I had in UPS, that you can invest in. You got your mutual funds. You can buy stock in that yourself. And I had to started with my friends and getting them involved because I work in the service industry. Waiters, and waiters, bartenders, stuff like that, where they don't have no damn job with no healthcare or benefits like that. They don't have nowhere but to put their money into a savings. So I had to show them how to invest where they can have something coming in when they get to retirement age and have a second source of income. And that's what the plan is with the whole investing thing. Now, wherever
Cal,
you do,
no,
go
Cal,
ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. What I was gonna say is, well, shout out to B Sammy for being here. Shout out to you, big dog. I was gonna say is, you notice that when we don't talk about the D and P conversation, we don't views come. This right here is the most powerful conversation we having right now, talking about how to get money. Ain't nobody's here. Only certain select people are here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't really want to make money. They want to struggle. I don't want to struggle.
And it's
You know what I'm
coming.
saying?
Right.
It is coming. I don't want to struggle. I told Hakeem I don't want to struggle. How come all the white boys got to have fun? You get what I'm saying? I want to have fun too.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm listening to the OGs when they talk about money. I'm listening. I always listen to you when you talk about money because you be killing it, Mr. Muhammad. When you
Yeah,
talk
man,
about
it's trial
buy
and error,
land.
man.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But
Get
these
some
guys
land, man. Get something.
don't want to learn nothing,
And
and then
see
they get
for
mad
me,
and get
brother
mad at their
Ryan.
woman. Go ahead, Cal.
And see, brother Ryan. Well, you know already, brother Ryan. But like Muhammad and New Era Prince and stuff like that. I got two daughters and I have a couple kids that I raised. Okay, I'm 52 years old. Okay, well at this point now the whole grind is to make sure that I can leave them with something. Make sure that I can leave them with a property, and they don't have to pay rent at this house no more. The house is paid for. So if I can get another one, then I can do that. So when they get to college, I got a 12-year-old now that I raised on my own. My daughter's mother passed when she was 12. Well, breast cancer when she was 3 years old. So I've been raising a single daughter. So I got to make sure I leave them something. And if I can't build, and if you're working with somebody, you can build things a lot faster. So, and that goes for anything. So you got to keep thinking on how to make a second and third source of income outside of your regular job. That's why I tell people a lot of times, like, well, I got this, whoever it is. Okay, well, that's just a job. Some of these degrees is just to get a job. Now, if you work with somebody, that's two incomes. And if you work on a particular thing, that's three incomes. Now we talking. Right. Now we can get some movement going and stuff like that instead of buying bullshit. I watched a video the other day, brother. One of the biggest hustles is jewelry companies selling fake jewelry to these damn rappers. $80,000. One lick, the dude made 80,000. The jewelry wouldn't even worth it. He lost 80,000. Stuff like that. And so we got to avoid the scams, and stuff like that. And they took a look at some of the top rappers and tested their jewelry. The shit ain't even real. So we can't even get hooked on that, on spending our money there. What you say, brother Hakeem?
I wanted to say this because you said a good point that I want to make sure we read this. Proverbs 13:12, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the sinner's wealth is laid up for the righteous.
Preach.
Right. That's like I was saying, Hakeem. Well, some of them people have a divine history on, and because their parents left them a house. We haven't done that. We got to start doing that. So I want my children to go through life without having to pay no damn mortgage or rent. Don't have to worry about that. Rent going up. We good already. And then you get you another one. And then we get some more, stuff like that. That's the build. That's like a starter home, but you keep it. And then you get something better. It's nothing wrong with that. And for as far as Prince Hakeem, like living in other areas, they have. I know Muhammad has seen it in Atlanta. But we have it in New Orleans where they develop some land and black folks develop a strip of land and build some of the $1 million homes on it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of their property too. So they're all moving with that. So that way white folks can't gentrify that. That's real. That's their money and their property.
So, and I love that you say that, because here's the point and the reason why I wanted to ask y'all this question, because there was a townhouse I seen in Jacksonville's worstest neighborhood. It's about 89,000. And I say, hey, I think this is a good property. When I told a friend of mine who was black, they say, hey, you don't want to live there. It's dangerous over there. I say, the 2 houses next door are owned by a company and they renting them out to people. What's wrong with me owning here? So I'm going to go buy the block back. I don't care how bad the neighborhood is if I got to go there and clean it up. And that's the point what I want to tell people. We look at these neighborhoods of people who look like us and fear that something's going to happen to us. When we need to, the wealth is where we standing at.
Yes.
The thing is,
okay,
since the flood happened in New Orleans, how many white companies has been there and bought up most of the houses of those people who had died?
They had plenty. I could tell you this. They had one like a dude like a little brother type, and he was one of the few dudes that was buying property before. A couple of brothers made out because it was still 80% black at that time. Don't forget when Katrina hit. So
Yeah.
you had some dudes in the business, and some of the damn police officers own houses and shit like that. So you had that kind of in there. But they had a lot of people came down. We'll pay cash for your home right now. And if you had the equity, you just brought about, you can buy something. The problem came, so that worked to a degree, but a lot of people, this old money though. You see what I'm saying? They might have came and bought a house or two and stuff like that. They might have brought a few houses in the lower Ninth Ward, but that's old slave land. That's actually land that was given to them, the Ninth Ward, after slavery. The slaves actually lived there, and that's protected land. That's why you hear about the blowing the levees. That's to flood that land out because it's quality land and stuff. They still want it. But you had a lot of people that came down and was trying to offer to buy the homes and stuff like that too. But they didn't buy. Like the city is still 60% black, but there's still a lot of black homeowners. So we still have that intact.
Well, in addition to the money part, we got to keep God first and foremost, which goes back to this word, Bible, Quran, supreme wisdom. And to add to Proverbs, it says, I call him Brown, y'all call him Hakeem, but my man Brown or Broadway Fats. It also says in 13, he who walks with the wise will be wise. But the companion of fools will be destroyed. So I want to say this, 3 quick points. We have to look at the money makers, okay, the money men. We got to take our emotion out of it and look at them. First, let's start with Puffy or P. Diddy. Everybody want to go into his bedroom and talk about freak offs. Let's look at the word freak and let's switch it and flip it to frequency or frequently instead of talking about his sex life, because we want to know how he frequently gets paid, okay? And all I know from going to Howard, where Puffy used to go, is he was a master party promoter.
Yes, he was.
And I was doing security and watching the promoters make all the money. I'm going to get shot up in here for $100, but the promoter acting the fool with all the women. Matter of fact, I was doing security in Atlanta one time, a dude, and y'all going to trip on this. He was VIP section. He goes, yeah, I'm VIP, and I should be sitting over here. Okay, right this way, sir. He goes, yeah, I'm Little Meech. I was like, what? He said, yeah, I'm Little Meech. And this was like 2010 something. I said, I never heard no Little Meech, but okay. Well, I guess y'all watching them now on the 50s programs. Okay. So the brother said we need to look at BMF. They had billboards. They had a team, they had organization, they had transportation, they had distribution. Okay. But Puffy, we look at all these guys that we think are negative and look at the positive. See, 50's smart enough to say, I'm just going to keep selling the public drugs. Okay, I sold drugs in Queens for the Supreme team. Now I'm just going to put it in my music. I'm going to put it in the rap. I'm going to put it on the TV show and just keep stepping on it. Isn't that what y'all do in the drug game? You step on it, keep selling it to the people. Okay, he keeps telling you the same story and over about some boy in the hood who come out and make all this money. It's the same story every time I watch. I mean, he's good at it. He make money at it. Okay, let's look at Trump. Trump made his money off the projects. His father did, at least. His father built the projects. Y'all talk about I'm from Queensbridge, I'm from Putnam Gardens, where I'm from in Massachusetts. Y'all good?
And see, you said it right there too, Muhammad. That's how they build wealth off of that federal money, and they're the first ones who got their hands on the shit. But go ahead, big brother.
I'm scratching my head, man. This is one of the richest men in America, white men, and he made his money off of us in the project. I mean, something wrong here. I mean, but then maybe it's exactly right. That's how it's done. Okay, so I'm going to get the Trump book, not because I'm a Trump supporter, because Trump is an enemy. See, let's not get confused. Black folk get confused because he makes money. He talks good to us now, like a pimp. Hey, baby, you're my one. You're my only girl. Trump, hey, I love y'all in the Bronx. You guys are great. I'm making money off you dumb niggas. Okay, so therefore, okay, no problem. You think I'm a dumb nigga? I'm gonna spook you and see how you made the money with the mob.
Let me ask you a question, Muhammad. How can we let's just say Trump get in, and knowing his history and how he moved as far as the bills and stuff like that, the way he did things. What's one of the ways that we can make money off his, that's what I think we need to be thinking about too. Yeah, how we make money off it.
Me personally, okay, and I know there's women on here, so I shouldn't be cussing and cursing, but I'm mainly talking to the men. I'm sorry I'm gonna step on the toes, ladies. I'm doing my best to be a better man.
Hey, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Go ahead.
But I don't give a fuck who's in office. Okay. Matter of fact, it could be Sleepy Joe, and I applaud him for being sleepy and being able to run this country. Okay. It could be Trump, who don't give a fuck about niggas. But guess what? He's going to give money to the HBCUs because he's in the money. Okay. I want the money that's in Trump's pockets, which seems to be traced back to the project. I couldn't make a movie about this, man. So I got to somehow connect the mob, the projects, drug boys, and Trump, the city of New York, Police Chief Bratton. I need to study Trump, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to get his books, because what is a good businessman? What does a drug boy do? In fact, y'all watched The Wire 1,000 times. Who's the dude who took over the game at the end? What's his name? Help me out, somebody. He was a young brother coming up in the drug game. He took over from the old school drug boys in Baltimore. Okay.
He took over Omar shit. Huh?
He took over Omar shit. So
yeah, I forgot. Well, I'm gonna think of it too.
A good businessman, he buys a business that's going out of business, so we can go back.
His name is Mario.
Mario, he was ill with it, man. He don't even look buff or nothing. He's slim and he don't even hardly talk. He's like, yo, take this one out, take that one out. That's how.
And let me tell you what I think as far as like if Trump get in or whatever like that, and just society and the way the economy roll, the way the politics and shit go like this. Now, this is my plan. Let's just say Trump get in. These corporations backing Trump, right? So they backing him, and I think the economy, the stock market is going to do better when Trump get in, because they like him. See, he was able to make a lot of money with all those damn tax breaks that Trump gave. When he gave those tax breaks, the stock market was jumped a little bit. That's why he was always going back to with people 401ks and stuff like that. So we got to learn, just follow some of these things and get in on them as they go. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the housing market. I think that's just going to pretty much stay the same as it is. But I think some of these major corporations, maybe your Johnson and Johnsons, your Pfizer's, and some of these big corporations that got these tax breaks, some of their stock prices are going to go up because people are going to invest in it. Investors are going to do that.
Okay, let me tell you.
Keep in touch. Just keep an eye on it, too.
Let me show you what a white fat Irishman taught me in Boston when I was a punk Cambridge kid coming across the bridge to teach in the hood in Boston. Okay, and we used to have to share a classroom. The kids say nigga, nigga, nigga every day. And I tell them stop saying the N-word. He used to show them movies, give them magic markers. I'm teaching about George Washington crossing the Delaware. They're like, fuck you, Muhammad, get out of here with that shit. Go back to Cambridge. And he pulls me aside one day, the white teacher. He's like, hey, Muhammad, let me talk to you. He said, when you talk to these kids, now these are all black kids, my people. He's a white man from South Boston, whatever, Mark's neighborhood, Mark Wahlberg. He's like, look, you talking to these kids, you got to talk about pimps, hoes, not just George Washington. You're talk about drug dealing. They're going to listen to you. Then you got to show them a movie, give them some magic markers, let them fill in the blanks. I thought the man was crazy. Okay. But yeah, when I did it, the kids, listen, I said, well, George Washington, he pimped his way across the Delaware. What, Muhammad, you crazy, man? What? He pimped it. Yo, Muhammad, George Washington part of the Crips. He wore blue. The English were Bloods. They wore red. Now the kids understand me. Okay. Well, another thing that this man said to me, he said, "You want to know why we like Reagan, Muhammad, and not a Clinton?" He said, "Because Reagan, like to Kev's point, Reagan is not going to raise my taxes, and I can use that extra money to fix my garage. So why should I let a Clinton get in office who I hate?" Okay, I was wondering why white folks hate Clinton so much, but he's like, "Why should I let Clinton get in office, raise the taxes so he can give it to some brother in the hood ain't gonna do nothing with my money?" And I used to take that as racist, but then I had to think about it, being that I want to be a homeowner. Like, yeah, why? I don't want to pay more tax. I want to pay less taxes. So that's how white people think. Don't touch my taxes. The whole American Revolution was y'all trying to make us pay more taxes. We're not doing that.
Right.
Okay.
See, we just got getting the feel of that. Because see, they was born and bred into that, fighting for their taxes shit. We had other issues to deal with, but now we understand because black people starting to feel it where their taxes going overseas to some damn wars and shit. Even though we've been doing it for 21 years, so we putting in for it. We want something. We want return on our money. And that's where we at with it now.
Also, the rap game. If you just, I can't. If I want to know anything about the rap game, I'm going to Brother Hakeem. This brother's the one who taught me the value of a royalty. Okay. So Puffy understands the value of a royalty. I heard M2Me, my father's era music, Sugar Free with Puffy mixed that music for Biggie, okay, and came out with Juicy. So I heard the story where Puffy sat down with M2Me, like, yo, and M2Me used to come to Howard. I went to school with his son. M2Me was a cool dude, man. He talked to you like, and he wasn't no arrogant type stuff. He talked to you like a real brother. And Toomey was like, told Puff, yo, just give me $1, a hit or whatever, and you keep the rest, something like that. But the point is, he made a deal with the OG, like Ron said, yo, let me get my cut, you get your cut, we remix this and make some money. See, that's the stuff we need to know as black people. How can I get a royalty? Real estate can be a royalty, like the brother's doing with stocks. He's getting a royalty. A brother now I'm gonna show you another place where I messed up, and I'm gonna teach y'all something from my mistake, especially the young brothers. A brother was trying to teach me options. And he kept saying, yeah, this is how you do a call. This is how you do a put on this little company called NVIDIA. I was like, man, what the hell is NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Then I was like, a call to put that. This shit is too confusing. I'll come back to this. Even the wife was like, hey, I like that program. You need to stick with that one. I said, this is too complicated. Well, NVIDIA just went out to outer space stock price. Okay. It was like $100 maybe when I was looking at it's like 1,000 now.
Yeah. Right. And there's a reason for that.
I had it in my hand, man.
That's crazy.
So it's the same with real estate. So I could either beat myself up, which I've done already, or I can say, look, where else am I doing that? OG one time in Atlanta, he said, yo, young brother, I beat you in chess and everything. I'm kicking your butt. He was my neighbor, right? He's like, but I got this watch, man. I'm gonna let you have it. I said, a watch? Yeah, it's a Rolex, old Rolex. And his wife's like, don't give him that watch. That belonged to your daddy. You keep that watch. Stop giving stuff away. He's like, man, don't worry about her, man. Take this watch. It was all beat up. I said, man, his brother gave me this old fake beat up Rolex. Well, I took it to the jeweler. Said, yeah, that's a real Rolex, and that's real gold right there. And I hate to say it, man, I lost that watch. Okay, again, messed up. So we can't keep losing real estate, investment opportunities when they're staring us in the face. Brian, if you saw something in Jackson, you said, where is it?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Go for it.
You just answered the question. If a corporation's buying it,
go for it.
When you buy, that's what the stock. That's one thing I did learn about the stock game when I sat in the seminar and ate all the pastry.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this, Muhammad. I have a grandson. My oldest daughter, 23-year-old, I bought. So I made a video for her, and I made a recommendation for NVIDIA. I had a little bit of it.
Oh, wow.
But I knew the stock was going up because NVIDIA makes graphics cards, and I just made it. I'm gonna just put in the chat. I put in the chat the video I made. NVIDIA make graphics cards for y'all that don't know. They're the king of graphics cards, and when you see this all this stuff here, like I see y'all with your background and stuff like that, the NVIDIA chip is that strong. But it's also gonna be the main component. One of the big dogs for artificial intelligence, hologram. All that kind of stuff there. So that's why it's getting big. Now they got the other company called, AMD. AMD and NVIDIA are the biggest graphic cards. They make the chips, right? You have Intel, AMD, and then that's who make the chips, main chips. But AMD also make graphics cards too. So those graphics cards is the clarity in whatever you watching visually on your computer is a big deal. Like I'm trying to get a graphics card called a 470 Super NVIDIA card. That way I can stream and edit film and do extra things like that. It won't take me long to edit film because the processing is a lot smoother, right? So that's what's coming out. Now they also, they made time when you get that kind of intelligence. You got military ties and all kind of stuff like that. You have drones, things like that. So you're gonna need that kind of stuff. And they one of the big dogs in that. There's only two. So when you get stocks like there's only two major companies, I might as well get a little bit of both sometimes, So
AMD,
that's what it's
is,
coming.
AMD is the other company.
Yeah, AMD make chips, right? You have Intel and AMD.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Right.
Man, Cal,
Right.
Cal,
And so
go ahead, Cal. You got the
go
final
ahead.
word.
I'm
Go
listening.
ahead. No, you got the final word, Cal, because we're about to end the show.
All right, that's all, man. It's good. It's good to talk. We got to have. I'm glad I caught up with you, man. Yeah, but but things like that. If we keep thinking on things and sharing ideas and passing back and forth, that's how we start learning. That's the old way of learning, and
No,
that's
but
how
Cal, we
you
would
come up.
love to have you back. We would love to have you back on the show again. I'm not gonna lie, you and Mr. Muhammad, y'all gave out so much information. If people miss this stream, guys, go back and rewatch it because it was a lot of information. I'm telling you, very useful. Because these gentlemen draw nothing but jewels, especially for us in this type of climate. We need to know how to make money because we can't buy land, Muhammad, without no money. It's just a fact. We can't buy a house like Hakeem trying to do in Jacksonville without no money. We need to know how to make money, and we need to know how to make money fast. Because like Kev said, it's going to get really, really bad out here. Really, really bad.
Can I say one little joke that someone taught me? They say, want to know what a scam is? Now, I don't really believe this because I respect all jobs and all employment. They said a scam is still cooking at McDonald's.
If you know how to utilize it right, because you can still work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like
I
Kev
mean,
said,
some things are a stepping stone.
Right.
Go ahead, Kev. You better say it.
All I'm saying
you
is,
go to a job. You go to a job to make money to establish a lifestyle, and you just you bring in different sources of income to establish the lifestyle you want, and that's what
Kev,
people keep missing.
I just learned that 2 days ago. I literally watched a video and a guy broke it down, and it literally changed my whole perspective about a job. Like we taking a job for the wrong thing. We supposed to use a job to generate wealth. That's it.
Right. And see, I had to tell somebody, look, I get the degrees and all that. That's good because we always wanted I'm a 70s baby, so we always wanted them to get that education because to compete with white women at the time or just to get into the nursing programs and stuff like that, and that was a big deal. So it was never no knock, but it's still there to generate income. All right. And then you go to bring home. Life starts when you get home. And so whatever lifestyle is in your financial means, that's what you continue to grow to and leave something for your kids. And that's half the battle. So I want my kid to be able to drive to school, high school, junior year in a car like the white kids did too.
Preach.
Right, stuff like that, where they don't have to worry about bills and shit like that. I got white friends, man. They got 2 or 3 houses waiting on them if they want it. They're paying rent because they don't want to live in the house, But they have that option. When their parents died, that increases their wealth even more.
And you know what's funny? Biggie was cracking on UPS drivers, and look at you. And a UPS driver told me one time in New York he made 100 G's delivering for UPS.
No, they are. They making serious.
Yeah. They make good money, man. Yeah, we made look, bro. Look, I stopped there and left there. First, you're getting good raise. You don't have to pay nothing for your benefits. Zero for your health care, dental, and all that.
What? Zero benefits?
You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. You pay zero for benefits. Wow. You get all the benefits. That's part of the thing. See, they know by you doing your damn deal exercising every day, so the chances of you getting sick or hurt or anything is slim to none.
Wow.
So you've been doing this here 10, 20 years, so it don't cost them nothing, for the most part. And then you work there, and then you grow there. Then you make good money. You make a livable wage, and then you're in the middle class. And then you succeeded. You pass it up because we get go to negotiation. We get $1 raise every year. Now I think they're up to $40, $50 an hour.
Wow. But Cal,
right, and that's down here in Louisiana. Now they also have a cost of living adjustment. when that it automatically kick in with the and also you'll make more money by living in New York because it's more expensive to live up there. So they adjust all that.
Wow.
Yeah, before we go, let the people know where they can find you, where they can follow you. They don't want to know any stocks advice, stock trading, how to build their money up. Let the people know where they can find you. And like always, thank
All
you for
right.
being on the show.
Well, yeah, I'm at KF504, right, pretty much right now. So that's one of the videos I put in the chat and Ryan chat. That's me talking about it. Most of the time, I just talk about it like I talking to my friends. I got a large Facebook following. It's called Investing for Income and Retirement, and I just show
Mm.
people how to do something on the side, and you don't need a lot of money. If you got an extra $100 or $200 a plus to put on the side that you would normally put in the bank, invested in some dividend funds and stuff like that, and stuff, and learn it from the ground up. If you can't buy a company, buy into a company that's working with one, like old realtors. And that's one of the ones I actually own.
Hakeem, make sure you put that in Facebook so people can actually some people go and rewatch the show again. They can actually click on it and then go to Kev's channel, subscribe.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put out some more
Everything.
videos too. I just started another one just for stocks. I'm gonna put y'all on to that once I get that straight, big fella.
Okay, no
Appreciate it.
more. You could come on the show. We'll talk about it again because I think you gave out some jewels. Like you saw Mr. Muhammad writing things down. I was writing things down. That was it. Thank you so much for the great information about stocks. Someone like me, I do invest heavy in stocks. So and Jordan too. Jordan in the stock and Hakeem.
Oh yeah, look, we got to have a show on just that alone, man, and do a little, show what we're looking at on the charts and stuff like that.
And I, I, I,
75%.
I invest in dirt. Just for those who want to know, if you want to invest in some dirt, which does work, let me know.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Yeah, because I think right now I think we talk about too much of like people talk about relationship topics all the time, especially the space we're in, and people don't understand. A lot of these people, Kel, have you noticed a lot of people are losing their channel?
Yep.
Have you been noticing that? A
Yeah,
lot of
talking
people have
about
been losing.
foolishness all the time. Right.
So I'm saying,
Yeah,
like
that's
they're
great.
losing their channel and they're losing their income
How they
because they're
losing the
not doing
channel? How they losing the
talking
channel,
about
bro?
foolishness.
What they've been knocked off, or the people don't follow
Everybody,
them?
No, they
they
like
got
freaking
knocked off.
Oh
knocked
wow,
off.
damn.
Yeah,
YouTube is not
YouTube take them
playing.
all, man.
YouTube is taking them off, and people
Yeah,
that's
these
making
niggas up
money.
here, these niggas up here jacking off on video and then
Yeah,
starting exposing each other. I'm like, oh Lord, man.
yeah,
Man,
it's
come
wild.
on, man. What happened? If you're gonna have a conversation, just had a conversation, man. God damn.
That's
He's not
crazy.
lying. He ain't lying.
No, he's telling the truth. He's
He's
telling
telling the
the
truth.
truth.
Right. God damn. I just stopped listening to
So
it.
yeah, so me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use my time wisely because that's why the people gotta say that's why other races are winning because other races are doing things they're using YouTube for it's supposed to be used to. Pretty much learn how to get out of debt, learn how to make money. How can I buy a property like Hakeem's trying to do? That's what they're using it for. That's why I say
Yeah.
right now
And
I
listen, look,
subscribe to a
Ryan, I
lot of
was
your
looking
financial
at
channels. Go ahead,
I
Kev.
was listening to try to get into that financial algorithm because I'm gonna do it with my stock channel, right? And I just, I just haven't put any videos up yet. And just we're gonna have to just try to find an algorithm and just start get to our own algorithm with these kind of topics. You know what I'm saying? That's not a
Yes.
problem at all,
And,
right?
and
Because I actually had to separate myself. I had to unsubscribe from all them dudes, man. I go way back from Tommy days hearing that dumb shit. But I had to unsubscribe, man, from all of them, Obsidian and Taz and all that, just to get clear my algorithm. I wound up resubscribing to Taz and just picking a few that I actually would listen to, because when you listen to that stuff, and like I tell these dudes, man, when you argue with women too much, you start to sound like them. So
Preach.
that's not right. I mean, if you want help men out, black men particular, or the community, put a
Money.
nigga. You got to talk about money, man, and how to get stuff established. You got young dudes here. These dudes in their 20s. We supposed to, we got to let them know where we went wrong, so they can learn from that. Let them know they're in a good position. If you're working, don't let these people make you get down on yourself. If you make it $30,000-$40,000, man, and you a young black man and you're under 25, 30, you're doing good. And that you got to build on it, and just have them thinking on that level. So
Man, I want to be able to
That's
go to the bank and they call you Mr. my last name.
yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to me already when I walked in the bank because they saw my savings account. They were like, Mr. When I heard they say Mr., I was like, it's different when you have money. Trust me, they treat you different.
Right.
They really do. And I
Yeah,
think black people
right.
need that respect. Go ahead.
Right. You earned it.
You earn it. And that's what
Yeah,
we
but I
need.
don't think you don't have to flaunt it. People that flaunt it like that usually don't have it.
But shout out to Kev, shout out to Mr. Muhammad. You guys are always welcome to come on the battle. Guys, make sure on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. As you can see, we not only have conversations, but we have really good conversations to the point that you can learn and take it with you. You know, a special shout out to Mr. Kev and Mr. Muhammad. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I keep saying special shout out. Because even though it was Memorial Day, we was able to learn something, even though we went to the cookout. Because this was a cookout, but it was the right cookout to the point that you could go rewatch it again and relearn it again and rewatch it and keep relearning it. Because I'm going to go back and rewatch the screen because Kev and Mr. Muhammad gave a lot of good gems. You don't understand. Like, I'm going to soak this in like a sponge. So not only that, thank you, like always, thank you to Jabbar for being in the building. Thank you for the mom, mother, the lovely Natasha Vincent, who also put your channel, Mr. Kev, in the chat so people can go ahead and subscribe to you. You know, Natasha's just a sweetheart. She's just working as hard as, like, she's just beautiful. That's all I can say. Shout out to me, Sammy. Shout out to the lovely Mimi, who is co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, who's pretty much about to go live because Ashton's getting ready to go live. I think he's getting ready to have his own personal cookout. Normally we'd be over there, especially Hakeem and Jordan. Jordan, I heard you was over there last night.
Yeah, me and Hakeem was up there.
Yeah, we was on there last night.
Hakeem was up there? I be telling
Hakeem
to go to bed.
I fell asleep
Hey,
on the
brother,
nigga.
put y'all links in the chat, man, so I can make sure I'm sub to you guys, man.
Put on my side because Kevin's on my side. Did you put y'all chaos in there? Yeah, chaos in there so you can come up. Yeah, because mostly on my side, Cal, I usually use my side as me and Jordan use our side as a promotional reason. So just to bring people over here to build up more audience over here on this side. So so and it's been working.
Right.
Shout out to DJ Triumph and AKA was also in the building. Kendall, the mom father, was also in the building. Shout out to Killer Swag, who also was in the building. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Ashton, Big Blur, was in the building. Like I said, he's getting ready to go live right after us. Normally he starts live around 7:30. Around our time is 8:30 Eastern time. Shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan, also Bobby Bryan. They just came back from their vacation. Great to have you. What is it? On a Spot Live, Hakeem. She's gonna come on the show eventually. It'll be good to have her on the show and also Mr. Kev because she's a realtor and Mr. Kev is like a financial advisor. So them two together will make a great duo. So I'm gonna set that up. Whenever she's ready, she'll hit me up and then we'll set it up with them two, and then we could get some more financial literacy.
Yeah, I got questions.
Yeah, I got questions too. Shout out to Jonah Hurdum, who also was in the building. Shout out to those that's also watching us on Kick. Make sure you guys follow. We really greatly appreciate you guys being in the building. A lot of them was commenting while we was on. We really greatly appreciate you guys. It showed that our Kick, pretty much our following is growing over there in Kick, and we really do greatly appreciate you guys. Now that also on Twitch as well. We really greatly appreciate you guys. Facebook, world, we know we love you. Also Instagram, we know we love you. Hakeem, always make sure we're live on Instagram. Shout out to you guys. Pretty soon we'll be live on Rumble and also TikTok and Twitter. I can't wait, Hakeem. I can't wait. Our audience is building all over the place. Look at Hakeem. We working day and night building this audience. I just can't wait, man. Just can't wait. And now that, guys, make sure you go to Cal Culture Radio Community Tab. In the Community Tab, there's a Cal Culture Radio t-shirt where me and Jordan have on the Cal Culture Radio hats. What me and Jordan has on as well. You see the hats. The Cal Culture Radio coffee mug. Give me 1 second. And also Prince Hakeem book. Hey, Cal. Prince Hakeem got a book, Black Love. Come over here. Listen to Hakeem's book. Come over here and support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Right.
He put the link in the chat to the Cal Culture Radio page so you can come over here, Cal. And you welcome anytime, Cal. We really greatly appreciate you. You understand? You gave us some great gems. And like always, guys, enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. There's a game on right now. I think the Pacers in Boston.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in to Cal Culture Radio. We over and out.
All right.
Peace.
Definitely.
Great show.